reputation as effective legal practitioners and possess over 80 years of combined experience on which to draw. You can depend on Randall, Mosry, and Randall to get the best possible results. To improve your outcome, call 235-8688. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertisement.
Architectural Systems Incorporated's mission is to serve as a full-service partner to our customers in the commercial construction industry. We will continually strive to improve, meet, or exceed our commitment to provide the highest quality products and on-time delivery. Our goal is to be your single source for everything from engineering to finished product. ASI is expanding. Apply online at asi-mo.com/careers. ASI is an equal opportunity employer.
Keep your property looking new with professional exterior cleaning services from StayClear. Need your windows cleaned? Do you need help with soft washing services? From roofs to driveways, StayClear is your preferred expert. They also offer professional pressure washing services that are sure to make your property shine. We are here to make your home or business look its best. See our 5-star reviews on Facebook. For your free estimate, call 417-669-5107 or go online to stayclearllc.com.
Bennett Warmington Funeral Home was established in 1946 on the foundation of personal, professional, and compassionate service to Monett and the surrounding communities. The mission of Bennett Warmington Funeral Home is to provide the highest quality of care to the families they serve. They are always available to sit down and discuss any needs you may have. Call 235-3141 or stop by Bennett Warmington Funeral Home at 216 2nd Street in Monett.
Coast to Coast is proud to carry Steel equipment, and we're proud that much of Steel's legendary gasoline-powered outdoor equipment from trimmers to chainsaws is built right here in America, working as hard as you do to get the job done. Coast to Coast, 500 South Kyler in Monett. A majority of Steel gasoline-powered units sold in the United States are built in the United States from domestic and foreign parts and components.
Vaughn Company Incorporated, family owned and operated since 1959, is the leader in Southwest Missouri in excavation, material hauling, dirt work, and rock sales. Lack of earthwork experience can lead to problems, but the professionals at Vaughn meticulously assess each job, ensuring the perfect match of skilled experts and equipment for a project's guaranteed success. Located north of Monett on Highway H, call 417-235-7700 to get your earthwork done right the first time. Hassle-free, no matter the size.
Monet Cup football brought to you in part by Randall, Mosry, and Randall, providing over 80 years of combined experience. ASI, a part of the local economy since 1998, locations in Monett, Aurora, and Granby. StayClear, 417-669-5107 for outstanding exterior cleaning services. And Bennett Warmington Funeral Home, established in 1946 and sponsored by Coast to Coast, lawnmowers, appliances, chainsaws, bicycles, and much more. And Vaughn Company Incorporated, dirt works and hauling since 1959. Monett will receive to start the football game. Cubs will go from left to right. Seneca will kick. They'll go from right to left. The Indians in the all-white jerseys with the red numbers front and back. Cubs in the purple jerseys, white pants, the white helmets on a warm 80-degree night here at Burl Fowler Stadium.
Seneca won the toss, elected to defer to the second half, so Seneca wants to see defensively what they can throw up against the offense of the Cubs. And, of course, a lot of coaches, their philosophy is I'd rather receive the second half kickoff rather than the opening game kickoff. So Cubs will have the ball first, and we'll have an opportunity to see what they can do on the offensive side of the ball.
They scored every possession of the first half against the Aurora Hound Dogs last Friday.
Haven't punted all year long, have the Cubs.
Who's the punter?
Yeah.
We don't know. We would tell you if we knew.
Yeah.
Should be a good one. Great to have you with us on MHSCubs.com. Stadium cast here on 87.9 FM. And, of course, the YouTube video. Monett Cubs Live is the YouTube channel to watch Monett Cub football home games. The officiating crew tonight, led by referee Josh Farley, and the Misha Rules Observer, Paul Johnson, is here tonight. So referees are getting graded tonight, too. Dave and Mike are getting graded tonight. We get graded every week.
Cubs are under a microscope as well as the officials out there, so we'll see who can perform the best, and hopefully it'll be a good, clean game both sides, which I'm sure it is. It's always a really good rivalry between the Indians and the Cubs. It's a heated rivalry, but it's not to the point to where it's just vicious out there. It's just a good, hard rivalry in Southwest Missouri.
Drew Sherwood, who's also a really good baseball player, will kick off for the Seneca Indians. Seneca has another really good baseball player that's on their football team that's just a junior as a receiver, Jagger Wilson. And as a junior, he's already verbaled at the University of Oklahoma, continues his baseball career as a junior. Here we go. The Indians and the Cubs on MHSCubs.com. Sherwood, right-footed soccer-style kicker, will squib kick to the 30-yard line, and Cubs will just fall on it there. Didn't want to take any chances. That was Carson Nesserode, and Monett's going to start at their own 30-yard line.
The ball never did really pop up, so Carson very cautiously just make sure he cleans the ball, fields the ball cleanly, and Cubs 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line.
Quarterback is Dylan Washik. Last year, 312 of 511, 3,269 yards, 22 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. This year so far, 97 of 129, 1,200 yards, 12 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Lining up in the gun, 2-by-3 look. They'll send Miles Young in motion from left to right. Washik gets the snap, rolls to his right, dumps the pass short, and it's incomplete. Colin Umfleet, the intended receiver. Coverage by Brant Laughlin and Kai Adams. It'll be 2nd and 10 for Monett.
Colin was there, and a little bit first snap from center there. Cubs just simply didn't execute that time, and Cubs sprinted out Dylan Washik that time rather than staying in the pocket there. And the ball falls incomplete.
2nd and 10, Monet at their own 30, no score, early first quarter. Washik throws to the short side of the field. That's a catch by Nesserode and chased out of bounds around the 37-yard line by Drew Sherwood.
So the Cubs go to the short side of the field this time. Good pass from Washik to Nesserode, and we got a running back, Person Smith, in the backfield.
6-yard gain, it's 3rd and 4. The give to Antoine Smith. Tripped up behind the line of scrimmage on a terrific one-on-one tackle. Getting to him in the backfield was Hunter Haynes, the strong safety, who last year had 71 tackles. Again, the Cubs haven't punted all year. It's a 2-yard loss, and they're going for it on 4th and 6.
Unless the Cubs are trying to draw, then Cubs had them drawn offside, but the Cubs may be guilty also. So, Cubs had the Indians drawn offside, and then the Cubs come across, and that's going to be a penalty against the Cubs. Cubs will be forced to punt the ball now.
Well, you say forced to. There is nobody dropping back in punt formation. It's 4th and 11, Monett at their own 29-yard line, and they are lining up to go for it.
Maybe a quick kick of some sort. Nope.
They're going to throw for it on 4th down. The pass is incomplete. Meeks, the intended receiver, and Seneca is going to take over at the Cub 29-yard line as the Cubs go for it on 4th and 11.
Riverboat gambling there by Coach Mock is going for Meeks, who set out the second half last week with an arm injury of some sort, but he's back in the starting lineup, but falls short and give the Indians a really golden opportunity here at the Cub 29-yard line. First time Indians have touched the ball.
Brody Probert is their quarterback. He was a running back last year and rushed for over 1,000 yards and 14 touchdowns. Roman Miller is the running back. 1,700 rushing yards last year, 27 touchdowns. And a flag comes out, and Seneca may be guilty of a false start. It'll be 1st and 15.
So both teams a little bit anxious to get this thing going, and as evidenced by another penalty, this time against the Indians. Illegal motion, so it's going to be 1st and 15 from the Cub 34-yard line. No scores, we're just underway.
Roman Miller this year, 65 carries, 596 yards, 8 touchdowns. Brody Probert this year, 56 carries, 550 yards, and 8 touchdowns. Again, they average 450 rushing yards per game. They put Hunter Haynes in motion, give it to him on the jet sweep. He's at the 30, 25, 20, stays between the hash marks at the 15, at the 10, at the 5. Cubs try to strip the football away. They do. There's a loose ball at the 2-yard line. August Black poked the football away, and it looks like Monett's got it at the 2, but there is a scrum at the bottom. Who's got the ball? I think the official's still not making any signal. We do not know. It's Monett football.
Monett football, finally. I'm not sure after that long conversation by the officials. I don't know why it would have been a long conversation, but finally awarded the football over the Cubs after the fumble at the 2-yard line.
That play was
August Black caused it. I'm not sure. 23 was the running back.
Thank you, Hunter Haynes. Yeah, on the Jets with a
And that's kind of what was successful last week for the Aurora Hound Dogs, going to the right side and then coming back against the grain. But fumble negates all of that, the Cubs with the ball.
With 11:14 to go, first quarter, from their own 3. Washington's going to pass out of his own end zone. The pass is dropped by Umfleet, incomplete.
Cubs can ill afford to not execute whenever the ball is there. You got to be able to catch the ball and then run, not run and then catch the ball, because if you do that, you're not going to catch the ball.
So from their own 3-yard line, 2nd and 10 for Monett. Seneca, a costly fumble at the 3-yard line after a 31-yard gain. Washik on 2nd and 10. Screen pass, caught. This is Umfleet. Bounces outside to the 10, 15, and Seneca's going to bring him out of bounds at about the 18-yard. A little extra shove there at the end. There is no flag for that, but it will be a first down for Monett on a pickup of 15 yards.
Screen pass that time as the Cubs elect to wait until the rush comes by the line of scrimmage and then dump it off to Umfleet, and Umfleet picks up more than enough for the first down.
Gain of 15 to the 18, 1st and 10 Monett. Football near hash, wide side of the field to the left. 2-by-3 look for Monett. Seneca rushing just 3. They've got 8 in coverage. Quick pass that's caught by Antoine Smith, and he is quickly tackled by Roman Miller. Yep, Seneca's got 6 two-way players. A lot of them are key positions, both offensively and defensively. Smith will lose about a yard back to the 17-yard line.
And I'm talking about very good, very well coached of the Indians. Is they've seen lots of film thus far, and they're not going to let Antoine Smith break it open here early.
2nd and 11 from the 18, and there is movement. There will be flags. Who jumped first? Dead ball, offside, Seneca.
So the Indians been keying on Smith thus far, not allowing to come up with the big play, and he's touched the ball twice, as Antoine, but both times he's been negated for any kind of yardage. But there again, you open up things the other way, and then that'll open up things for Antoine Smith as the game progresses.
2nd and 6, Monett from their own 23, no score, 10-10 to go first quarter. Screen pass right side, Umfleet looks for a block, breaks a tackle, tries to break another tackle. He's brought down at about the 27-yard line for a gain of 4.
It's going to be 3rd and about 2 for the Cubs. And the ball is going to be resting at the 27-yard line.
And correctly, 3rd and 2 for Monett. Seneca still just rushing 3. Quick handoff to Umfleet. Has a first down, 30. Chased out of bounds around the 33-yard line by Hunter Haynes.
And I was glad to see the tailback power formation that time for the Cubs, as Umfleet was the tailback that time and only needed 2. Didn't go for the pass. Picks up 4. And a first down for the Cubs.
They're 2nd here in the first quarter. No score, 9:41 to go first quarter. Cubs 1st and 10 at their own 31. 3-by-2 luck. Washik stays in the pocket. Pass into coverage is incomplete. Nesserode threw it, the pass was intended for Nesserode. He was double covered. The closest man was Kai Adams. Drew Sherwood was also there at 2nd down.
Looking downfield, pretty well all the would-be receivers were covered. Good pass coverage that time by the Seneca Indians, and Washik throws the ball, but it falls incomplete. 2nd and 10.
For Monett at their own 31, no score in the first. Slant pass caught. Meeks, first down, 43-yard line. Good route run, good pass thrown, good yardage after contact. Meeks picks up 12 to the 43.
Alex, the wide man to the short side of the field, just simply cuts across the middle there and looks to one way, does Washik, and then throws to Alex going across the middle. Smith back in the tailback.
Gain of 12, 1st and 10, Monett. They're on 43. Antoine Smith gets the handoff. He is to the 50 and out of bounds there.
Cubs very close of being guilty of a block in the back. They're right at the 50-yard line, but fortunately flags did not come out. So going to be a gain, but it's going to be 2nd down and let's call it 4.
Give about 7 out to the 50. Pass to the near side off the hand of Meeks, incomplete.
And again, Meeks was open. The encouraging thing is Meeks was open, and as far as I'm concerned, eventually Dillon will bring those passes down, and those will be completed passes. But it's going to bring up 3rd now.
3rd and 3 from the 50. 9:15 to go first quarter, no score. On 3rd and short, Washik, good protection. Pass caught by Miles Young for a first down to about the 42-yard line. Grant Laughlin on the stop for Seneca after the pickup of 8.
And another short pass, and the Cubs staying with the game plan, just going short, picking up 5, 6, 7 yards at a time, and still haven't really gone for the long bomb yet.
Fourth first down for Monett. They've got it in Seneca territory for the first time at the Indian 42. And a flag comes out.
The Indians come across the line of scrimmage there, and it's going to be a 5-yard penalty against the Indians, so it's going to be 1st and 5. Maybe this is the time that the Cubs go with the long ball here to see if they can get behind the defensive backs of the Indians. No score here, and this drive started at the 2 of the Cubs for the Cubs.
3-by-2 look. Snap to Washik. Again, great protection. Dumps it short. Passes caught.
Is that Seitz?
Yes, Braden Seitz going to have a first down near the 20-yard line.
There again, the Cubs are using very, very many receivers downfield.
Seitz for 17, 1st and 10, Monett at the Seneca 20. Snap to Washik, again good protection. Pass is caught, Antoine Smith at the 5, down to about the 3-yard line for a 1st and goal after a pickup of 17.
And the Cubs are in business, 1st and goal from, they're going to mark it at the 3-yard line. And Smith getting very close down there.
12th play of the drive, and again it started at the Cub 3-yard line, trying to go 97 yards in less than 3 minutes. Washik pass into the end zone, batted down, incomplete. Getting a hand on that pass was Brody Colbert. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 3. Looked like Seitz was the intended receiver.
Looked like it. That was going to be the case, but a good defensive play by the Indians, knocking the ball down.
Clock stop, 8:27 to go first quarter. Monett nothing, Seneca nothing. Cubs got the ball to start the football game. Went for it on 4th down from their own 23, failed to convert. Seneca started on the Cub 23. And after a 5-yard penalty on 1st down, they picked up a 31-yard gain, but then fumbled the football at the 3. It was knocked away by August Black, and the Cubs recovered. Now they've marched it down to the Seneca 3. 13th play of the drive. On 2nd and goal from the 3, Washik pass over the middle. That is broken up, incomplete. It was in the hands of Umfleet for a moment, then got poked away by Brant Laughlin. 3rd and goal from the 3.
Kind of nonchalant catch there. You got to go out there and grab the ball and hold it tight, and the defensive player was able to just knock it away at the last second as that pass was completed, in fact, but wasn't able to tuck the ball away, and it's 3rd down now.
Well, you know this is 2-down territory here if the Cubs don't get a touchdown on 3rd down. Washik, quick pass right side, catch by Umfleet. He's going to stiff on the Seneca defender and into the end zone for a Monett touchdown.
And how important was that, Mike? Caused the fumble recovery at their own 3-yard line, and then the Cubs drive the ball 97 yards to get in the end zone, distributed the ball to 5 or 6 different receivers, ran the ball consistently, did everything that they had to do, and executed at the end to get into the end zone.
As we said, one of our keys tonight. And the Cubs, while they do get the 2-point conversion, 8:23 to go in the first quarter. Monett 8, Seneca nothing. Back in a minute.
Don't let concerns about shifts in the market disrupt your long-term financial goals. Edward Jones financial advisor Jim Haston can help you focus on what you can control. Give him a call at 417-235-8216. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Hey all you Cub fans, it's Jamie Lenz here. Good luck tonight, Cubs. Hey, if you're at a ball game, chances are your life's pretty busy. And that's what we're here for. We are making home-cooked meals from our kitchen to your table with little to no cleanup. So check out our menu on Facebook. We post a menu every Saturday, and we would love to see you here at Jamie Lenz.
Umfleet with a touchdown reception, then he catches the 2-point conversion. Cubs will kick off. This is Hinojosa. Onside kick, takes a big bounce. That's a live ball. The Cubs get it at the 44-yard line on a big bounce and recovered by Deshaun Collins.
And the big thing was there in a football, you hit the ball at the top, it will go over there and then pop way up high. It went over the would-be receivers of the Indians, and Deshaun Collins catches it on the fly, and it's 1st and 10 for the Cubs at the Indian 45-yard line, and the Cubs with an 8-0 lead here in the first quarter.
So the Cubs, again starting on the Seneca 45. 4 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, which is the short side of the field. That's Alex Meeks. Seneca still rushing 3. They've got 8 in coverage. The snap to Washik on 1st down. reverses his field and just throws one out of bounds. There is a flag on the play. Might be a hold here against Monett.
Dillon a little bit under duress that time as the Indians were coming very hard, and the Cubs trying to protect their quarterback. Looks like they're going to be guilty of another flag over here, maybe offsetting penalties. I'm not quite sure.
Do not know at this point.
But the Cubs trying to protect Dillon, guilty of the hold, and that's going to be the call. No. What have they got here? Okay, yeah, they're going back to the original line of scrimmage. Now they're going to mark it off. Okay. Now they're going to mark it. Here we go. 10-yard penalty against the Cubs.
That's a 10-yard penalty from the previous spot.
The previous scoring drive, 14 plays, 97 yards.
So it's 1st and 20 now at their own 45-yard line.
2 minutes, 51 seconds of scoring drive. Washik's pass caught by Young. They're about the 47-yard line with Laughlin on the tackle.
Picked up 8 of the 10 on the holding penalty, so it's going to be 2nd and 12 for the Cubs now, back in Indian territory.
5, 6, about 8 to Young. On 2nd and 12, good protection. Pass caught by Meeks, got a first down, 35-30. Tackled at about the 27-yard line. Another good slant pattern, and Meeks good yardage after the catch.
Another time, Meeks was lined up to the short side of the field and just goes across the middle there, and Dillon very patiently waits for him to clear the defenders and then throws a strike and another first down for the Cubs.
Meeks for 20. Cubs already with 7 first downs. Here goes O'Fleet. Out of bounds at about the 20.
And again, the Cubs were able to overcome the penalty as Colin Unfleet with the reception there. Previously, it was
Young.
Meeks.
Yeah, Meeks.
Yes. But this time it was Unfleet.
Original line of scrimmage 28. They'll say the 23. We'll call it 5. We'll call it 6. 2nd and 4. Here goes Meeks to the 20. 15-10 and tackled at the 5.
That time, first time the Cubs have gone to that little double screen as Meeks was lined up to the short side of field again. Wide out, comes back across, goes back toward Washik and picks up a block and gets all the way down inside the 5, just inside the 5. 1st and goal for the Cubs, and the Cubs with an 8-0 lead with 7:15 to go in the first quarter.
Gain of 17, 1st and goal, Monet at the 5, up by 8. They fake the handoff, rolling to the right. Pass into the back corner of the end zone is incomplete. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 5.
Had Smith in there at the tailback that time as kind of a decoy. It looked like the Indians were kind of looking for him to get the ball, which he did not, but pretty good coverage downfield by the Indians and denied the Cubs the end zone that time. It's 2nd goal from the 5.
5th play of the drive, straight handoff, Antoine Smith dancing into the end zone for a Monet touchdown.
That time Smith lines up to the tailback position. No decoy this time as he goes right straight up the middle, untouched. And the Cubs get on the scoreboard for the 2nd time, overcoming a 10-yard holding penalty. And how important, execution, execution, execution. The Cubs have done a good job thus far in this game. And so far they've taken a 14-0 lead with a 2-point conversion coming.
Empty backfield for Washik. 2-by-3 look, snap to Dillon, outside blitz, pass is caught by Smith, 2-point conversion is good. Timeout here in Monett, 7:02 to go, first quarter. Monett 14, Seneca nothing on MHSCubs.com.
At Glass Family Dentistry, we know every person's dental needs are unique. That's why we offer a comprehensive selection of treatment options in a comfortable, convenient atmosphere. From the minute you walk into our office at 800 East Cleveland in Monett, you will notice a difference at Glass Family Dentistry. We care about you, and we're here to help you achieve your healthiest, brightest smile. Call 417-235-5155. We look forward to caring for you and your family's dental needs.
Monett Cub football sponsored in part by Jim Haston. Edward Jones making sense of investing at 311 First Street. Jamie Lynn, see her Facebook page for her weekly menu. Outstanding home-cooked meals. Pick them up between 4 p.m. and 6 p.m. Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night. She'll post that menu on Saturday, and usually offers a daily lunch special as well. She'll post the daily lunch specials the morning of. And Glaus Family Dentistry, they are your hometown dental team. Let's see if the Cubs try for another onside kick. They do. Let's see if it goes to 10 yards. It will, but Seneca will fall on it at the 50-yard line. It didn't really get that extra high bounce this time.
And I tell you what, Mike, you think the Indians, the Cubs have got the Indians' good attention? Absolutely. The Indians have snapped the ball one time in this ball game, and the Cubs with a 16-0 lead. But it is a long game, so the Cubs are going to have to play well defensively here and not over-pursue.
From the 50, Brody Probert, the quarterback. Got two running backs to his left. He fakes the handoff, keeps the football. Probert running off the right side to about the 43-yard line, gains 7 at 2nd and 3.
Spears comes up, makes the tackle, but not before Probert picks up those 8 yards. Looks like they're going to give him.
Okay.
It's going to be 2nd and 2. Straight up the middle for the quarterback that time.
Blaze Graham split out wide to the left. Here goes Roman Miller, big hole off the right side. Seneca first down to the 30, still on his feet. Finally tackled at the 25-yard line by Brady Courtois, who's back in the lineup after missing the last couple of games due to an injury.
And Roman says, we got some good running backs back here too, and I'm one of them. And that time he picks up more than enough for the first down, and the Indians at the Cub 25-yard line.
So Roman Miller picks up 17 yards on his first carry. Football on the far right hash, wide side of the field to the left. Seneca moving from right to left here in the first quarter. Again, Miller straight the right guard to the 15, down to the 10-yard line. He is so explosive. Tackle made this time by Monett's Cason Carr.
Cubs explosive with the passing game, but the Indians are explosive with the running game, and just as advertised, Miller doing the bulk of the running on this particular drive.
Be the fourth play of the drive that started at the 50. Been 2 carries by Miller, 1 carry by Probert. First and goal from the 10. Monett 16, Seneca nothing. First and goal from the 10. Probert fakes the handoff, keeps it, bounces around the right end and down to the 5-yard line before Deshaun Collins makes the stop after a pickup of 5.
So the Indians can get a first down. No, they don't. They were at the 10. So it's 2nd and 5 from the 5.
Single receiver to the left, that is Blaze Graham. Also Sherwood split out to the left, and Monett appears to have jumped offside unless they were drawn off.
So the Cubs guilty of half the distance now, so it's at the 2.5-yard line versus the 5. So the Indians trying to get on at the scoreboard for the first time, trailing 16-0 here in the first quarter against the Cubs.
They spotted on the 3, 2nd and goal from the 3. Out of the gun, Roman Miller off the right side, lowers his shoulder into the end zone for a Seneca touchdown from 3 yards out.
And again, going to the bread and butter, and that's the running game. Do the Seneca Indians take it over at their own 50-yard line after a second onside kick attempt for the Cubs and march 50 yards and get into the end zone for the first time and score now 16-6 with 5:14 to go in the first quarter, and looks like the Indians are going to go for 2 here also.
I don't believe they kick extra points either. They have 2 running backs to the left, almost 2 fullbacks, if you will, for Roman Miller. Now they shift a bit. Hand off to Miller, straight up the middle. He's into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. Good blocking up front by Seneca. And with 5:14 to go in the first quarter, we've got ourselves a shootout tonight. Monett 16, Seneca 8 on MHSCubs.com.
Jack Henry is a well-rounded financial technology company that strengthens connections between financial institutions and the people and businesses they serve. Jack Henry provides technology solutions to enable clients to innovate faster, strategically differentiate, and successfully compete while serving the evolving needs of their account holders. We empower clients with people-inspired innovation, personal service, and insight-driven solutions that help reduce the barriers to financial health.
Cub football sponsored in part by Jack Henry, proud to be recognized as an industry leader. Monett 16, Seneca 8. There's still 5:14 to go in the opening quarter. We've Played about 25 minutes, and we've seen 3 touchdowns already.
There might be some lights on that scoreboard that haven't been used in a while. We'll see if they actually work. But Indians take the ball and run right down, just like we thought they would be able to, and scored from their own 50.
Sherwood will kick. Squib kick down the middle of the field. Antoine Smith picks it up at the 20-yard line. Tries to get outside to the 25, breaks 2 tackles, on his feet at the 30, 35, and out of bounds near the 41-yard line.
And that's why the Seneca Indians are squib kicking, because they don't want to kick it to either Umfleet or Smith. This time, Smith picks it up about the 15 and returns it all the way out to the 40.
20-yard return out to the 40, 1st and 10, Monett. Braden Seitz will go as a receiver to the left, along with Carson Nesserode and Colin Umfleet. Young to the right, along with Meeks. 3-by-2 look. Washik going to throw deep to the far sideline, and just off the fingertips of Nesserode, incomplete.
There was the home run ball that I was looking for earlier, but this time just about a step and a half too far, and Nesserode unable to come away with it.
2nd and 10, Monett from their own 40. Cubs 16, Indians 8. 5:01 to go first quarter. Again, 3-by-2 look from Monett, same set. Quick pass right side, caught by Meeks, looks for a block from Young, and Meeks pushed out of bounds at about the 44-yard line, picks up 4 to bring up 3rd and 6.
Try to go that quick screen this time to the short side of the field to Meeks, but Indians coming up and making the stop as a completion, but just about a, well, now they're marking the ball.
Well, they went to the 43.
Yeah.
Shame on them. I had it at the 44. So 3rd and 7, pass too tall, incomplete. It'll bring the 4th down. Young, the intended receiver, and again, the Cubs are probably going to go for it here. They went for it on 4th and
about 12, I believe, 11 or 12 the last time.
Yeah,
after the penalty.
Yeah.
This time it's 4th and we're calling it 6 or 7.
7.
From their own 43.
Got to get to the 50 to move the sticks. 4th down and 7. There's movement. There's a fumble.
No movement, no flag. Finally, the flag comes out.
Josh Frawley, the referee, throwing a flag.
Yeah, I would think one of the linesmen would have thrown the flag, but let's see what the call's going to be. If it's against the Cubs, the Indians are going to decline it.
They got to replay.
Give us a clue.
I think they're going to replay.
No flag.
They're going to replay the down.
They're going to blow the ball dead.
Replay.
Oh, wow.
Inadvertent whistle.
Yeah. That'll be interesting to see what the observer decides that was.
So 4th and 7, Monett. Snap to Washik. Good protection. Throws to the near sideline. Too tall for Meeks. Incomplete. Seneca will take over on downs. Coverage by Jagger Wilson.
And again, Meeks was open, but the ball had to be thrown in there over the head of the linebacker and then get it in. So it's a tough throw. But the important thing is the Indians take over, trailing 16-8 now, and then at the Cub 43-yard line, as that was 4th down.
Going wide to the right, Blaze Graham and Drew Sherwood. Brody Probert, the quarterback, in the shotgun. Gives it to Roman Miller. Hit at the line of scrimmage and drop for a very short gain. Nice one-on-one tackle by Josue Elias.
And you can't just automatically assume that the Indians are going to run the ball, because they have the ability to throw the ball once in a while, so can't come up too quickly, and going to give him about a yard gain, looks like.
2nd and 9, Seneca at the Monett 42-yard line. The clock is running. We have exactly 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Monett 16, Seneca 8. 2 receivers to the right, now 3 receivers to the right for Seneca. Got to toss it right side. New running back, 23, that's Hunter Haynes, to the 35-yard line.
It's going to be short of the first down by about 2 yards, looks like. Right about the 35-yard line of the Cubs, so it's going to be 3rd and let's call it 2.
Okay. Gain of 7 for Haynes.
And of course the Indians are in 4-down territory also, so 2 plays to get 2 yards.
Haynes does have a couple of rushing attempts this year. 2 carries for 18 yards with a long run of 12. That was good for 7. 3rd and a short 2. Give to, guess who? Roman Miller straight up the middle to the 25. Still on his feet at the 20. And finally tackled near the 16-yard line by Kason Carr. He does not go down on first contact.
Miller, tough runner there for the Indians. It needed 2 and got way more than that. And the Indians now knocking on the door. A 20-yard run that time by Miller. 1st and 10 for the Indians from the 15 of the Cubs.
Miller averaging over 10 yards a carry, 5 carries, 56 yards. 4th play of the drive that started on the Cub 43 after Monet went for it on 4th down, failed to convert. Going out wide to the right, Hunter Haynes and Jagger Wilson. Roman Miller, the running back. Probert fakes the handoff, keeps it, gets a nice block by Miller. Probert inside the 10, down to the 6-yard line.
Pretty good tandem there. If the quarterback hands it off, he becomes the blocker, does the quarterback, and if the quarterback keeps the ball, then the halfback becomes the blocker and picks up good yardage. In fact, 9 yards on the first down play. It's balls resting at the 6-yard line of the Cubs or the Indians. Cubs with a 16-8 lead, but the Indians knocking on the door.
2nd and 1 from the 6. They bunch tackle to tackle. Give to Miller off right guard, has a 1st down and into the end zone for a touchdown.
So the Indians come right back. The Cubs score the first 2 times, and then the Indians, after they fumbled the ball on first possession, have been able to protect the ball and get into the end zone for their next 2 possessions, and just a 2-point conversion away from tying this ball game up. 16-14, Cubs on top with a 2-point conversion attempt coming.
Miller's 2nd rushing touchdown. He ran in the first 2-point conversion. Lines up as a running back here. 2 receivers to the left. That's Sherwood and Haynes. Probert in the gun, gives it to Miller, lowers his shoulder, and he's into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. Take a break here, 2:09 to go in the first quarter. The Cubs had a 16-0 lead, but 16 unanswered points by the Indians. Cubs 16, Indians 16, 2:09 to go in the first. We are back in a minute.
At Advanced Jiffy Machine Products, we specialize in everything manufacturing. We are constantly expanding both building space and ideas to anticipate the needs of customers and stay ahead of the competition. Whether it's adding automation to increase capacity or modifying a current process, we always try to look ahead to utilize the newest technologies in order to maintain the very high level of quality and efficiency our customers have come to expect since 1979. Advanced Jiffy Machine Products, 9 North Industrial Drive in Monett.
Cub football brought to you in part by Advanced Jiffy Machine Products, established in 1979. 2:09 to go first quarter. Cubs 16, Indians 16.
And the Cubs have gone for it twice on 4th down. You know, you maybe play field position football, but Cubs haven't been able to stop the Indians yet, so maybe the next time, hopefully, the Cubs will think about that, a short kick here.
That's a live ball. The Cubs will fall on it at the 40-yard line. Good job by Michael Diaz.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Cubs, who are tied now with the Indians, 16-16 here in the first quarter. 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line. Cubs have executed pretty well, just made some incomplete passes trying to get the ball in there, but the Cubs are holding their own thus far.
Washik already 15 completions in the first quarter. 1st and 10 Monett from their own 40, rolling to the right. Washik, pass is caught. This is Umfleet. He'll be tackled at about the 48-yard line by Brody Probert. It's a gain of, we'll call it 7 to the 47. It's 2nd and 3.
Umfleet coming all the way across the field that time as he lined up on the wide side of the field and come to the short side, made the reception.
15th catch already, 15 completions already for the quarterback Dylan Washik. Looks back to the sideline to get the play. 3-by-2 look for Monett. 2nd and 3, Cubs at their own 47. Snap to Washik, and flags come out to stop the play.
Someone probably left the line a little bit too quickly, and we'll determine whether that's the offense or the defense. Looks like the Cubs are going to be guilty. Yes.
So it'll be 2nd and 8 rather than 2nd and 3. 4th penalty against Monett, totaling 22 yards. Seneca 3 penalties for 15 yards.
Smith at the tailback position.
And Smith gets the handoff and goes nowhere, just stood up at the line of scrimmage and slammed to the turf, and there is a flag from the referee, Josh Farley, probably for a late hit.
late hit, unnecessary roughness, whatever it is, it's going to be a personal foul, automatic first down, and a 15-yard penalty.
Smith is still down, by the way.
And that time, the snap from center was a little bit high, and that kind of messed up the timing. And by the time Smith got the ball from Washik, they were right there, but then a little bit of extra throwing Smith to the ground, and the flag comes out, and it's going to be a 15-yard penalty against the Indians.
Rob Hazelton, the athletic trainer from Monett, checking on Antoine Smith. They'll mark the penalty off to the Seneca 43-yard line. And it's 1st and 10 from there. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. They throw it to the right. Bubble screen. Meeks got a block at the 30, to the 25, to the 20. And tripped up at about the 12-yard line on a touchdown-saving tackle by Seneca's Hunter Haynes down to the 12-yard line.
And the bubble screen working again for the Cubs. It makes lines up to the short side of the field, goes back toward Washik, gets the reception, and they got to play at the other end a little bit too quickly that time. It goes over the head of the intended receiver's sights that time, but Meeks doing a good job of getting the ball all the way down to the 14-yard line, 13.
16 of 26 passing in the first quarter. And we'll call it the 12, I think. We'll see. Your guess is as good as mine from here. Looks like the 12. 1:06 to go first quarter, tied at 16. Second down. Pass into the end zone. It is batted down, incomplete. Umfleet was open. Pass was a little underthrown and knocked away by Hunter Haynes. It'll be 3rd down.
Good play by Haynes of the Indians coming across and barely getting a finger on the ball and knocking it loose. And it's 3rd and 10 for the Cubs.
Right, from the 12, they can get a first down without getting into the end zone. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. 62 seconds to go first quarter, tied at 16. Washik claps his hands, gets the snap, looks over the middle, looks to the right, arcs one into the back corner of the end zone, no one there, pass is incomplete, it's 4th down.
No one there, no one open, so good job by Dillon to throw the ball away, and it's going to be 4th down again for the 3rd time. Now, here you don't play field position football, you try to get into the end zone, but see what Coach Mock draws up here on 4th down. Maybe the little bubble screen, maybe, I don't know. But Smith not in there as a tailback, looked like a passing formation.
Seneca twice has held Monett on 4th down. 4th and 10 from the 12. The play clock still at 10, so time to get the play away as Washik looks to the sideline. Got his hands up in the air as if to say, what are we doing with 4 seconds? Claps his hands at 3, at 2, at 1, gets the snap. Good protection, pass over the middle, incomplete. Down to about the goal line. I think Nesserode was the intended receiver. It was, and couldn't quite hang on to the football. Seneca will take over on downs.
Seneca stops the ball, stops the Cubs on the 3rd, 4th down conversion that time. Is just game of inches out there. It's the Cubs' 2nd time that they've been close to a touchdown pass reception. This time Nesserode, as the ball was just right there, but then couldn't come up with the reception.
Looked like Seneca got there just about the same time the ball got there. Would have been a tough catch from Nesserode. So taking over on downs from the 12. Keeper by Probert after he faked the handoff, and he will rush out to the 15-yard line for a gain of 3 at 2nd and 7.
Coming up to make the stop was Logan Cole that time. Okay. So going to be a short gain, about a 3-yard gain, looks like. Going to mark it at the 15, their own 15 for the Indians. 16-16 is our score. We're down to 28 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Seneca will have to snap it at least one more time. The play clock is at 17 as they come to the line of scrimmage. Sherwood goes wide to the right. Got a single wide receiver to the left. Snap to Probert, going to run the option. The pitch, probably to Miller, short of the 20-yard line to about the 18. So they run the option that time. The pitch to Roman Miller. And that's going to be the final play of the first quarter. They spot the football on the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 4, and that will do it for the end of the first quarter. Miller 66 yards rushing on 7 carries and 2 touchdowns for the Indians in the first 12 minutes. After 1, Indians 16, Cubs 16 on MHSCubs.com.
Remember, when trust, loyalty, and authentic relationships were the gold standard for getting business done, a lot has changed over the years, but at Rollo Insurance, those values remain constant. Come rediscover the personal touch that can only exist with a known and trusted advisor. Call Scott Thrasher at 417-772-3100 or stop by 1001 East Broadway in Monett. See for yourself why we say that Rollo Insurance, the difference is real.
Order Ahead is available at Sonic drive-ins around the country. Make sure you're using the latest version of the Sonic app from the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. When prompted, allow the Sonic app to access your device location to find Sonic drive-ins near you that support Order Ahead. Browse the menu, customize your order, add items to your bag, pay for your order using a credit card or a Sonic gift card, then select a pickup time. Order Ahead will put you first in line every time at Sonic Drive-In at 9th and Cleveland in Monett.
When you need professional electrical services for your residential, commercial, and industrial properties, contact Post Electric. You can also trust Post Electric to provide you with electrical solutions for your new construction project. You can rest easy knowing that we offer a 1-year workmanship warranty and emergency service on all electric services. Our local family-owned and operated business has been proudly serving all of Southwest Missouri with locations in Branson and Monett. For a free estimate, call Post Electric at 417-846-7100.
First play of the second quarter, Brody Probert picks up 5 yards and a Seneca first down. First and 10 at the Indian 24. Going to throw it to the left side. The pass is caught. Breaking a tackle, first down 30, 35, 40, 45, and out of bounds near the 50-yard line. Great yardage after the catch. Far sideline, that's Jagger Wilson. Again, the Oklahoma Sooner soon-to-be baseball player in 2 years. He's still just a junior.
Yeah.
Picks up 25 to the 49.
And you can't go to sleep on the passing game of the Indians. That time, pass was completing, got all the way out to the 49-yard line. Another big play, another first down, and the Indians wanting to score for the third time in a row here. The Cubs defense going to have to come up with a stop here.
For Probert, he came in 7 of 12 passing, just his 8th completion this year. And the give, Probert rather keeps it. Aiden Rivera brings him down at about the 44-yard line, a pickup of 5. Actually, about pickup of about 7.
It's going to be second down, ball resting at the Cub 44-yard line.
Great to have you with us on MHSCubs.com. Don't forget about the video, the YouTube channel, Monett Cubs Live, where you can watch the game tonight. On 2nd and 3, Miller for a first down, rumbling down to the 36-yard line with the tackle made by Chris Spears.
But not before it's first down, and the Indians are content to pick up 6, 7, 8 yards, whatever needs to be on the ground, and just chew up the yardage, pick up another first down, another fresh 4 downs for the Indians.
Cubs have 10 first downs, Seneca with 6 first downs.
Just underway in the second quarter, and it's Cubs 16, Seneca 16.
At the Cub 36 on first down, 2 receivers to the left. They send ball in motion, going to run the option. The pitch to Miller, loses the ball. Who's got it? It wasn't a very good pitch. It was almost a forward pass rather than a pitch. Official still no signal, which tells me Seneca's got the ball still.
Yeah. But good defensive play over there as the Cubs defense comes up, forces the quarterback to pitch the ball, and then had the pitch man covered, and
a loss of
2-yard loss for the Indians. First negative yardage on the ground for the Indians tonight.
And that was close to being a forward pass.
Yes.
On second down, keeper by Probert, little room off the left side, tripped up at the 33-yard line. So Probert for 5.
Going to bring up a third down situation, 3rd and 6, 7.
Something.
Yeah, well,
something.
If you're a Cub fan, let's say it's 7. If you're an Indian fan, let's call it 6. But it's a big third down for the Indians, and big third down for the defense of the Cubs.
We'll go 3rd and 7. And a flag
maybe a motion against the Indians. They picked up their hand, I think, on the line of scrimmage.
Okay.
And that's going to be the call as the line of scrimmage was set, and someone on the line picked up their hand and tried to put it back down, but 5-yard penalty, so that's going to make the third down situation third, and let's call it 12 here.
What a fun game. This is
Yeah. And of course, Indians having 2 downs to get those 12 yards because they won't punt the ball.
Single receivers left and right. They're going to run an end around. With the ball, it's Jagger Wilson after he got it from Miller. Wilson to the 25, to the 20, 15, gets a block and chased out of bounds near the 15-yard line. The handoff went to Miller going to his left, and he handed off to Jagger Wilson on the reverse, and Wilson carries all the way down to the 11-yard line.
Looked like the Cubs had him stopped about the line of scrimmage, but just could not get the angle, and that enabled the Indians to turn the corner and pick up a big third down run and get all the way down to the Cub 10-yard line, 11-yard line, 1st and 10 there.
Pickup of 27 on the reverse.
Had to go to the bag of tricks that time, but the Indians executed.
Football near hash, wide side of the field to the left. They send Blaze Graham in motion. Keeper by Probert. Inside the 10, inside the 5, touchdown Seneca.
Probert and Miller both very good second and third effort runners as they get the hit, maybe at the line of scrimmage, but you're not going to bring them down unless you got a...
Is there a flag at the goal line?
Unless you've got some help there. The officials conferring.
I thought I
Indians
saw a
coming
flag
off
at
the
goal
field
line.
like it's not against the offense, but yeah, there is one right about the hash mark on this near side. Personal foul against the Cubs.
Well, that was
Come on, guys.
touchdown will count for Seneca, and that was Probert, right?
Yes, quarterback keeper.
For 11 yards. 8:42 to go in the second quarter. Seneca now 22 unanswered points after Monet had taken a 16-0 lead. It's now 22-16 Indians, and they will again go for a 2-point conversion. Kai Adams, wing back to the left. Handoff to Miller, gets a nice block, untouched into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. We'll take a break, 8:42 left in the second. Seneca 24, Monett 16 on MHSCubs.com.
Bigger is Better, Lawrence County Record and Continuing the Monett Times is the new title of the weekly newspaper that now covers Berry County and Lawrence County. The advertisers, new readers, and original readers alike see the value in the merged product and its wealth of information. Subscription options include print edition, online edition, or both. Lawrence County Record can also handle your printing needs. Call 417-466-2185 or stop by 312 South Hickory Street in Mount Vernon or go online, lawrencecountyrecord.com.
There's a new choice in the Monett area in honoring your deceased loved ones. Owners Jeremy and Angie Vanderboel are proud to announce the opening of Tombstone Solutions, LLC. They offer the highest quality granite monument sales, as well as monument leveling and cleaning at affordable pricing. Preserve your loved one's legacy. Stop paying high prices. Call Tombstone Solutions in Monett for an estimate. 417-737-0839.
Seneca will get to kick off from the 45-yard line after the Cubs were called for the unnecessary roughness. And they will kick it deep and out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
So pretty well as advertised coming in here. We knew the Cubs were going to have a tough time defensively stopping the Indians, which Cubs defense hasn't been able to do that except for forcing a fumble on the first possession by the Indians. But on the other hand, the Indians having a tough time containing the passing game of the Cubs, and Cubs continue to stay in this ball game. It is 24-16 now, Indians on top.
Nevada lead McDonald County 6-0 into the first quarter. Washick pumps, throws left side, catch made by Nesserode. Out of bounds, short of the 30-yard line.
Going to be about a yard, short into 2 yards, I guess, where they're going to mark
So
it.
just a gain of, let's see.
Well, no, now they marked it to the
Because
27.
we started at the 20.
Yeah.
So 2nd and 3. Nesserode for 7. Washick pass over the middle. Nesserode again. Ooh, gets hit Pass is incomplete. This may be a targeting call against Seneca. Nesserode is down.
He took a good hit, but Carson's getting up, and just as he come across there, he was hit hard right about the helmet face mask area.
He gets to the Monett sideline and then quickly lays down on his back. He got hit.
And it come across the middle there. That's one of the dangers of that happening. And so we'll see. It's going to be an automatic first down and a 15-yard penalty.
Should put the ball at the 42-yard line, and it will.
But more importantly, how's Carson? Let's see how Carson can come back from this one. Cubs at their own 42-yard line.
Screen pass, caught by Umfleet. Not much room on the short side of the field. Umfleet out of bounds around the 43-yard line.
Not much room because the Cubs are having a tough time. That's a high snap from center, and Washington had to go up and get it, and by that time the timing is all off, and Collin was able to pick up a yard, but that's all on that short side screen.
2nd and 9, Monett at their own 43. 8:05 to go second quarter. Seneca on top of Monett, 24-16. Quick pass to the right side. Caught by Antoine Smith. Gets to the right side and then tripped up at around the 46-yard line. That's a gain of just 3.
Cubs trying to get the ball to Antoine Smith out there to the wide side of the field and let Antoine create, but good shoestring tackle over there and dropped for about a 3-yard gain.
To the 46.
There's Nesserode back.
Okay,
That's
good. 3rd and 7, Monett. Maybe about 3rd and 6, rather. From the 46, 7.5 to go second quarter. Monett down by 8. Snap to Washik. Good protection. All night to throw the football deep near sideline, looking for Nesserode.
He was out of bounds.
Was incomplete.
He's out of bounds. Carson getting hit as he's out of bounds that time, and granted the defender didn't realize that he was out of bounds, but both of them were out of bounds when the hit came, and it's going to bring up a 4th down situation. We'll see if the Cubs try to go for it again. Carson's been battled here and has got a timeout now. So it'll be conference time with Coach Mock.
7:23 to go second quarter. Seneca 24, Monett 16. Great to have you with us, and we are sponsored in part tonight by Rollo Insurance. At Rollo Insurance, the difference is real. Sonic Drive-In, mobile ordering made easy. Order in the Sonic app. Post Electric, choose Post Electric for dependable services every time. And by the Lawrence County Record, purchase your subscription today. And Tombstone Solution, monument sales, monument leveling, monument cleaning. Have Jeremy show you some before and after photos of the monument cleaning. Does a wonderful job and does it at a much more affordable cost than his competitors. Wow.
It's going to be 4th down, and we'll see if Coach Mock gambles again here as the ball's resting right at the Cub 45-yard line, just outside the 45, but not quite to the 46. It's 4th, and let's call it 6. And we'll see if the Cubs play field position football here and try to punt the ball away, but thus far that has not been the case. Like I say, the Cubs have not punted all year long. No semblance of a punting game unless it's going to be a quick kick from Washik here.
7:23 to go second quarter. Seneca up 24-16. Monett has it 4th and 6 at their own 46. Monett a 3-by-2 look. Seneca rushing 3. They've got 8 in coverage. The play clock at 14. Washik has plenty of time to get the play away. Antoine Smith to the left, along with 2 other receivers. 2 receivers to the right. Play clock at 3. Snap to Washik. Looks to his left. Pass over the middle. Nearly intercepted. It's batted down. Incomplete. Nice play by Kai Adams. And for the 3rd time in the first half, Seneca will take over on downs.
Inside Cub territory the 2nd time will the Indians. So Cubs defense has not stopped the Indians except for the time that they caused the fumble, the defense of the Cubs. Otherwise, the Seneca Indians just been able to march the ball in, get into the end zone. The Indians already have a 24-16 lead over the Cubs here in the 2nd quarter.
Seneca's last 3 possessions have all ended in touchdowns. Probert out of the gun, gives it to Roman Miller, straight up the middle, breaks a tackle inside the 40. Going to be close to a first down. Looks like a gain of 9 to the 37, 2nd and 1.
You talk about a horse now. Roman Miller can run the ball even after he's been hit initially, and just continues to churn those feet and pick up yardage. Picked up 8 that time.
Cubs in the second quarter of their games this year have outscored their opponent 68-19. They trailed this one 24-16. And Probert going to have a first down to the 35-yard line, gains 2, and only needed 1.
We're down to 6:40 to go in the first half, and a 24-16 lead for the Indians.
Silas Ball will check out along with Drew Sherwood. Jagger Wilson back in. He goes split wide right along with Hunter Haynes. Roman Miller, the running back. Brody Probert at QB. First and 10 Indians at the 35. Play action. Keeping the ball is Probert inside the 30. Going to have a Seneca first down to the 24-yard line.
And I say that as far as Miller as a running back is concerned, but he's just as good of a blocker. That time his quarterback Probert just followed him and picked up another first down for the Indians following the block of Miller.
So in the first half, Miller 10 carries, 81 yards. Probert 10 carries, 65 yards. Miller 2 rushing touchdowns. Probert 1 rushing touchdown. They average 450 rushing yards per game. First and 10 from the 25. Give to Miller, dances to the left, skips back to the right, and tackled for a short gain of maybe just a yard to the 24. Might give him the 23 to bring up second and long.
Elias picking up the stop that time, but Miller does pick up positive yardage, going to give him 2 yards on the call, second and 8.
From the Cub 23-yard line. Sherwood to the right, Haynes to the right. Again, the give to Miller, gets a nice block, running off the left tackle inside the 20 to the 18-yard line, picks up 5.
And how many times over the years have you seen the Indians line up in that power formation, put a good running back and as a tailback and just run it and run it and run it and run it right straight up the middle, and this year is no different.
Gave him 6 to the 17-yard line. We'll call it 3rd and 2. Probert keeps it after he fakes the handoff. He'll have a Seneca first down to about the 11-yard line. Picks up 6.
And again, the Indians having not too far to go because the Cubs went for it on 4th down inside their own territory, and the Indians thus far have got it all the way down to the 11-yard line, 1st and 10.
So they can get a first down without getting into the end zone. 4:40 left, second quarter. Cubs trailing 24-16, 1st and 10 Seneca from the Cub 11. Probert running off the left side inside the 5-yard line and into the end zone for a Seneca touchdown.
What a good duo that is as far as the quarterback and running back position for the Indians that they possess. Is they know who the stars are, and that's who's getting the ball, and they just run it and run it and run it and get into the end zone. If one's not carrying the ball, he's blocking for his teammate, and that's what makes a good teammate. And the Indians extend their lead to 30-16 and going for 2 here on the 2-point conversion.
Probert's last touchdown was from 11 yards out. Tacks on another 11-yard score. Give to Miller, off left guard, and he's into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. Miller has run every 2-point conversion. It is 32 unanswered points by the Indians. 4:32 to go second quarter. Indians 32, Cubs 16. Back in a minute.
Revive Car Wash, located next to Walmart in Monett, was founded with a mission to deliver a superior car wash experience that leaves every vehicle sparkling clean and every customer fully satisfied. We use advanced technology, professional-grade products, and a friendly, well-trained team to ensure your visit exceeds expectations every time. Offering traditional wash packages and unlimited club plans, Revive Car Wash is your go-to destination for all your vehicle cleaning needs. We wash, you shine.
Cub football sponsored in part by Revive Car Wash, located next to Walmart. We wash, you shine.
You talk about a two-headed monster. Look at the rushing for the Indians. One with 89 yards and one with 82 yards, and the same number of carries for each one.
And the same number of rushing touchdowns.
Exactly. I mean, just methodical out there. You've got to stop that one way or the other.
Sherwood will kick. Squib kick. That's a live ball. High bounce, picked up by the Cubs at the 28-yard line and returned to the 34-yard line.
Looked like Seitz was a receiver for the Cubs that time and going to have decent field position, but you're going to have to execute out of the Cubs and try to get right back in this ball game, which is they can do, can the Cubs, but you're going to have to catch the football and then make some positive yardage.
Cubs had a 16-0 lead. Seneca scored the last 32 points. 4:27 left before halftime. Give to Antoine Smith around the right side to about the 38-yard line. Will be a pickup of 4 to bring up 2nd and 6.
Smith at the tailback position that time and just simply getting the snap from center was Washington, turning and handing it to Antoine, but Seneca doing a good job pursuing the football.
Gain of 4, 2nd and 6. Football resting on the 38-yard line. Cubs have 2 timeouts remaining. Seneca 3 timeouts remaining. Seneca won the toss, deferred their option to the second half. Indians will get the ball to start the third quarter. Seneca to rush 3, out of the gun. Washik, good snap, good protection. Pass is caught by Diaz at about the 43-yard line.
But it's going to be short of the first down. As a receiver, you've got to go downfield far enough to get the first down. Going to be about a yard short. It's going to bring up a 3rd down, 3rd and 1. Quick call here.
They give it to Smith, and Smith going to be right at the first down marker.
Just needed one, and that's what he got. As Indians are spotting Smith whenever he lines up as a tailback, coming right up and dropping him pretty close to the line of scrimmage, but Antoine able to pick up the needed yardage for the first down.
Cubs will have it 1st and 10 at their own 45, trailing 32-16, 3:19 left, second quarter. 2-by-2 look, quick pass to the right side, and that is dropped in the hands of Braden Seitz, incomplete.
Near completion again by the Cubs, and can't have that, especially since you're down 2 scores now. You've got to look the ball in and make the catch. 2nd and 10.
You could see Seitz just try to start running before he had possession of the football in both hands. 2nd and 10, Monett from their own 45. Seneca rush 4, snap to Washik, good protection, pass, caught, Humfleet, first down to the 40-yard line. Hunter Haynes on the tackle.
Down going to Humfleet, going across the middle, and Colin doing a good job of catching the ball. Got a timeout by the Indians, I believe.
You are correct. That'll have 2 remaining. 3:03 left, second quarter. Indians 32, Cubs 16. Back in a minute.
I don't want to be in my car longer than I'm with my doctor. That's why I love 5-star care I can trust at Cox Health in Monett. Not just for me, but for everyone in my family. The full-service emergency department, urgent care, or primary care and specialist clinics are open when I need them. And I know they've got us covered with everything from stroke care to sports medicine. Because at Cox Health, quality care is close to home and always on my schedule.
Cub football brought to you by Cox Health for 5-star care for your whole family. Trust Cox Health in Monett, proud sponsor of the Monett Cubs.
Well, we knew it was going to be a defensive struggle for the Cubs to keep the Indians out of the end zone. That's exactly what it's been, as the Indians have scored 4 out of the 5 times that they've touched the ball. And Cubs now with 1st and 10 at the Indian 40.
Seneca rushing 3. Washik, pass near sideline off the hand of Umfleet, incomplete. It's 2nd down.
Dylan having more time to throw back there than what I anticipated. I thought the Indians might go ahead and rush him a little bit more. We got a flag down there.
We do, and Seneca's walking backward.
But Dylan's got plenty of time to look back there and look downfield. And
defensive holding on Seneca, 10-yard penalty and 1st down for the Cubs. Now the Cubs have the football in the Indian 30.
Smith tailback.
2-by-2 look, football near hash, wide side of the field to the right. 2:59 left before halftime. Cubs really need a score here. They trail 32-16, and Seneca will have the ball to start the second half. Play clock, not a factor. Pass to the right side, the catch by Meeks. Good stiff arm, stays on his feet at the 15, 20, 15, 10, 5, stays in bounds, touchdown. Holy cow, Meeks somehow stayed in bounds at the 15-yard line. Seneca couldn't get him out of bounds.
Alex this time lining up to the wide side of the field, catches the ball and just kind of hesitated, defender committed, and Alex took advantage of it and danced on into the end zone. The Cubs score for the third time, and now then the Cubs going for two here. The Cubs coming right back. Important drive there for the Cubs.
So Meeks 30-yard touchdown reception. Somehow he stayed in bounds. Four receivers to the left. Washik flushed out of the pocket. Pass into the end zone. It is caught for the two-point conversion. Nice play by Braden Seitz.
Nice play by Dylan Washik to use his legs to get out there and make sure that Seitz was going to be open, and Dylan delivers a perfect pass, and the Cubs convert here to pull within 32 Indians, 24 Cubs here with 2:50 to go in the first half.
There's not enough notepad tonight, I can promise you.
I sure am glad I'm not keeping stats.
Where's that old green book?
It's be like playing baseball and you get 14 batters coming up in the same inning. Cubs doing a good job of answering the touchdown by the Indians and coming right back and scoring. Good job by the Cubs. They used the pass the entire time and culminated with a 30-yard pass reception by Alex Meeks after he makes a nice move about the 15 to get into the end zone. Cubs now will kick off again to the Indians, and Cubs still defensively have got to come up with a stop here, which they've been unable to do thus far in the first half.
Get you some score updates in a moment. Hinojosa will kick. He's lining up just to kick it short. End over end. Fair catch by Seneca at the 38-yard line. Grabbed there by Ryder Owens. Around the area tonight, Nixa 10, Carthage 7, halftime. Webb City 21, Ozark 14, halftime. Republic 13, Kickapoo nothing, second quarter. Halftime Nevada 28, McDonald County 7. Logan Rogersville at the end of the first quarter leads Carl Junction 14-13. Mount Vernon leads East Newton 21-7 in the second quarter. Catholic leading Reed Spring 15-0 end of the first quarter. Here it's a 32-24 lead for Seneca. On first down, I think that's Miller. Might be Probert for just a gain of a couple. Chris Calhoun on the stop.
Yes, Chris Calhoun back there. Let's see. We got a new quarterback, I believe, for the Indians, number 5. I don't see.
That's Brent Laughlin.
I don't see.
So who was that last carry for 2? Was that the quarterback? It is 5 at quarterback.
Yeah.
That is Laughlin.
I believe it was Miller that was the runner.
Okay, I think so too. On 2nd and 8, they'll put Haynes in motion, give it to him on the jet sweep. Hit initially in the backfield, then dropped. The initial hit was by Camden Tolles, and then a couple other purple jerseys came in and wrapped up the running back for a loss of a couple back to the 39 to bring up 3rd and 10.
I'm looking on the sideline over there to try to find the quarterback, but I do not see Probert anything over there, but we'll try to get a report. Low snap.
Laughlin sacked. Cubs bring him down at the 35.
Going to bring up a 4th down for the first time tonight for the Indians. We've got a timeout by the Cubs. Timeout by the Cubs to preserve some time on the clock. We're down to a minute 26 to go in the first half. And I do not see Probert over there on the sideline.
I don't even see any training tables. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah, I've looked at that to see if there was any over there that he might have been getting some type of treatment, but in any case, there he is walking back to the line, about the 40-yard line.
Saw him.
So he's walking fine. I'm not sure exactly what the situation is, but Laughlin was the quarterback that series, and it's coming down to 4th down, 4th and 14 here at their own 35-yard line with a minute 26 to go in the first half.
Jagger Wilson is their punter. He's punted 3 times this year for a 33-yard average with a long of 42, and he will line up in punt formation here. August Black will drop back. Because Black this year has had a 73-yard interception return for a touchdown. We'll see what he can do on this punt return. Line of scrimmage, the 35. Snap to Wilson. Left-footed punter, booms one. August Black will let it bounce. It takes a Monett bounce, and Seneca is finally going to touch it at about the 35-yard line. That's a 30-yard punt.
Minute 17 to go in the first half, and we'll see if the Cubs can work their magic here. Still got 2 timeouts left, do the Cubs. So Cubs going to have to pick up some big yardage here to be able to get into the end zone, but we've seen it before. The Cubs are able to do that if they can come up with some big plays.
On first down, Washik bubble screen, caught by Umfleet, 40, 45, stays on his feet. Indians bring him down at the 47-yard line. It's a pickup of 12.
Another timeout. No, timeout to move the chains. So the Cubs right back up to the line, ready to snap the ball. Umfleet again, but this time no gain as he's pushed out of bounds. So it's going to be second down. Maybe a yard gain. I don't think so. I think it's no gain.
So Umfleet on a run?
No, on a pass play.
Okay. For
to the short side of the field.
Nothing.
No gain.
Dave, do you see Nesserode anywhere?
Yeah, he's out there.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the good news.
Okay. 2nd and 10 from the 47. 2-by-3 look. Washik and flags come out to stop the play.
Still 8 seconds on the play clock. You know, Cubs are guilty of procedure. Well, I say that Nesserode is out there. Now I've lost track again. At any rate, it's second and 15 for the Cubs at their own 42-yard line.
Quick pass to the left side. It's incomplete off the hand of Seitz. Had to hurry the throw that time. Good pressure by Aiden Crane.
Does stop the clock on the incomplete pass, so it's 3rd and 15 at their own 42-yard line are the Cubs.
He has attempted 43 passes in the first half. No wonder my left hand is tired. 2 receivers to the left, short side of the field. 3 receivers to the right, wide side of the field. 58 seconds to go before halftime. Cubs trail by 8. Play clock just now at 10 as Washik looks to the sideline to get the play. Play clock down to 5. Snap to Washik. Good protection. Pass over the middle. Caught. Antoine Smith short of the first down at the 47-yard line.
It's going to be 4th down here, and I agree. You've got to go for it here. On 4th down, the clock is down to 45 seconds. Cubs going to have to hurry here, get a play off. Still got some timeouts left. Don't know why the Cubs maybe wouldn't use the timeout, but
ready to go. Snap to Washik. Looking downfield. Rolling to his right. Buying some time. Fires a pass. That is ruled no catch. Out of bounds.
Dillon been better served to try to get the first down on the run that time, as it looked like he could have maybe raced the defender to the stick, but it was 4th down, so Indians stopped the Cubs for the 4th time tonight.
Wow.
On 4th down.
Braden Seitz was the intended receiver, and again made the catch but was ruled out of bounds.
So the Indians now, and still Lachlan out there at the quarterback position. That changes everything for the Indians as far as that's concerned. Your timing and everything is altogether different.
Laughlin, 5'8", 160, and a junior. They could just go to a knee here. Send a man in motion. Laughlin wants to throw. Pressured from the outside. Gets away. Fires a pass downfield. It's incomplete. Somehow he got away from Henry Reed, first of all.
And luckily he was able to throw the ball away, not knowing who was down there or if he even had a receiver down there, and does fall incomplete. It's going to bring up a second down with 11.8 seconds to go in the first half.
That's just the second pass attempt of the half for the Indians. Probert threw a completion to Wilson for 25 yards. That's been it. 12 seconds left before half. Laughlin gives it to Roman Miller. Miller breaks a tackle, 45-40, stays on his feet at the 35, then pushed out of bounds there at the 35-yard line by August Black. That'll be enough for a Seneca first down, 4.7 seconds to go in the half.
And if I'm the Indians, I give it to Miller. That's my best option to trying to get some big yardage and try to get into the end zone, but we'll see what they do. The Cubs going to have to wrap up here.
Miller goes over 100 yards rushing, 14 carries for 107 yards. So they got a chance to try to throw a Hail Mary if they want to here with 4.7 to go before halftime.
Probert on the sideline over there with his helmet in his hand.
Flags come out, and I think timeout called by Monett. 4.1 to go in the half, still 32-24 Seneca.
And I'm not sure what the situation is with the quarterback of the Indians back there, but this is one of those times when the defense calls a timeout, the Indians can draw up a play in the dirt over there, if there was any dirt, and double reverse pass back to the quarterback who throws it downfield type thing. So defensively, you got to make sure that you cover your man, whoever that might be with him until the whistle blows.
We'll start the third quarter about 9 o'clock, by the way.
Yeah.
4.1 to go in the second quarter. Indians 32, Cubs 24. First and 10 Seneca at the Cub 36. Blowing a penalty. It'll be the last play of the half. Laughlin wants to throw. Steps into the pocket. Now sacked at the 40-yard line. No time showing on the clock. Calhoun, Reed, and others there to sack the quarterback to end the second quarter.
Trying to pick out Probert over there as he's coming off the field, but didn't see him.
I see him. Got his helmet on, but appears to be fine.
Yeah. So
we'll try to do a little investigating at halftime. Halftime score, Monett 32. Excuse me, Seneca 32, Monett 24. Back with the halftime stats in a moment.
Are you ready for the best cashew chicken in Monett? For lunch or dinner, stop in at Lai Asian Buffet and Dining, 601 Bridle Lane behind Walmart. Call ahead at 235-3568 and use their convenient pickup window for carry-out orders. Order from their large menu, including sushi, or get their always delicious, always fresh, mouth-watering buffet, including salad bar, ice cream, and other dessert options. You'll be treated like family at Lai in Monett.
Family owned and operated Kay's Floral Affair and Gardens in Monett has the flowers, plants, candles, jewelry, chocolates, and beauty essentials to help you express yourself perfectly. Whether you want to convey sympathy, love, encouragement, or simply want to let someone know you care, Kay's Floral has a wide variety of bouquets to choose from, or they can put something together special just for you. Call 235-3095 or visit us at 712 East Cleveland.
Home Shield Pest Control in Monett is a locally owned and operated termite and pest control provider. We are licensed, bonded, and insured in Missouri. We offer a wide array of services: pest control, termite control, one-time treatments, monthly pest control services, quarterly agreements, annual agreements, extermination, and fumigation. Home Shield Pest Control offers quality customer service, affordable prices, and a pest-free guarantee. Call 417-772-4177.
Let's face it, buying and selling a home is stressful. Your real estate agent has your back whether you're a buyer or a seller. Agents have a fiduciary responsibility to their clients. They are legally obligated to put their clients' best interests first. Make the right choice and hire Crown Double K Realty as your real estate agent. Crown Double K Realty has been working with buyers and sellers in Southwest Missouri since 1984. Put their years of experience to work for you. Call 417-235-5231 or stop by their office at 825 East Highway 60 in Monet.
What are you grilling tonight? Prime Cut in Monett has a large selection of ribeyes, fillets, T-bones, pork steaks, pork chops, ribs, and more. Prime Cut will slice smoked ham, smoked turkey, and roast beef for great sandwich options. Don't forget about the Prime Cut food truck for your local community event. Owner James Thomas also provides catering service for any size group or gathering. Call 235-5990 or stop in today at 101 East Cleveland.
Since our founding in 1964, K Concrete has always been committed to personal customer service and a high-quality product, and that tradition continues today. Family has always been at our core, and that's how we take care of our neighbors as part of our extended family. As a proud supplier of ready-mix concrete, K Concrete serves Southwest Missouri with dependable customer service and a family philosophy. From dairy farms to driveways, patching to parking lots, we specialize in reliable ready-mix, all delivered where and when you need it.
Big 8 Conference Football on MHSCubs.com, sponsored in part by Lai Asian Buffet and Dining, 601 Bridle Lane behind Walmart, the home of Monett's best cashew chicken. Kay's Floral Affair and Gardens for weddings, funerals, birthdays, anniversaries, and just because. Home Shield Pest Control offering a pest-free guarantee. Crown Double K Realty working with buyers and sellers since 1984. Glenna Kraft is the broker. Prime Cut, catering for any size. The Prime Cut food truck. And K Concrete, dependable customer service since 1964. Halftime here in Monett. Monett Cubs trailing the Seneca Indians. Seneca ranked number 1 in Class 3. Seneca 32, Monett 24. The Cubs scored the first 16 points of the ball game, and it happened in the first 5 minutes with 8:23 to go in the first quarter. Umfleet a 3-yard pass from Washik. Umfleet then the 2-point conversion pass. 14 plays, 97 yards in 2 minutes 48 seconds. The Cubs led 8-0. Just about a minute 21 seconds later, Antoine Smith, a 5-yard touchdown run. Smith then caught the 2-point conversion pass. 5 plays, 45 yards in a minute 20. The Cubs led 16-0. Then Seneca got on the board with 5:14 to go in the opening quarter. Roman Miller, a 3-yard touchdown run. Then he ran in the 2-point conversion to make it 16-8. 5-play, 50-yard scoring drive in a minute 48. 2:09 to go in the first. Miller, a 6-yard touchdown run. Again, the 2-point conversion run for Miller tied the game at 16. That's where we stood at the end of the first quarter. Seneca 2 touchdowns in the second quarter. First one coming with 8:42 remaining on the clock. Probert, an 11-yard touchdown run. Miller, the 2-point conversion run, put the Indians up 24-16 with their first lead of the night. Same combination coming with 4:32 to go in the second quarter. Probert, 11-yard touchdown run. Miller, 2-point conversion run, made it 32-16. Cubs got a very important touchdown with 2:50 to go in the second quarter. Meeks, a 30-yard touchdown pass from Washik. Sides then caught the 2-point conversion pass, and that made it 32-24. So still there was 2:50 to go at that point. Seneca got the ball back, had to punt for the only punt for either team in the first half. Cubs got it with 1:17 to go before halftime, and then lost it on downs with 20 seconds to go in the half. Seneca ran a couple plays to run out the clock, and wild first 2 quarters.
And if you're looking for a prediction of the second half, that's going to depend on the Seneca quarterback situation. If Probert can't come back in, that changes everything as far as the Seneca Indians are concerned, because that changes your timing, it changes your blocking, it changes the blocking assignments. But I don't know, Probert looked fine running off the field there at halftime, so for his sake, I hope he can come back. For the Cubs' sake, I hope the Cubs can keep the Indians at bay in this second half. But Cubs showing the ability to score, which we knew they would. But on the other hand, the Indians showing the ability they can rush the ball right down the Cubs' throat, which we knew was coming. So just like we talked in the pregame, it's going to be rushing versus passing, and pretty close ball game. It kept fans who can't ask for a refund here at halftime. We'll see, though. It's a long game.
Well, 9-4, goodness, basically 550 yards of offense combined by these two teams in the first half, separated by 3 yards. Cubs had 276 yards of offense. Seneca, 273 yards of offense. Seneca, 32 carries, 248 yards, 25 passing yards. The Cubs, 25 of 45 passing. 20 incompletions is a lot for Washington, considering he came in having completed, 75% of his passes, 97 of 129. So 25 of 45, 256, 7 rushing attempts for 20 yards. Smith had 6 carries for 16 yards. Umfleet had 1 carry for 4 yards. 6 penalties against Monett for 42 yards. Seneca 7 penalties for 6 yards, and against Seneca had the only punt for 30 yards. 12 first downs for Seneca, 15 first downs for Monett. Dave's taking a break.
I'm telling you, it's going to come down again to whether the Cubs can stop the Indians on the rush and whether the Indians can stop the passing of the Cubs in the second half. So should be a very interesting ball game. It's going to be a long night for us as far as time on the clock. But you know, the Cubs are right in it here at halftime. That's all you wanted here at half.
Last year, Seneca won this matchup 64-14 down in Seneca. Here, it's the Indians 32, Cubs 24. We are back in a minute.
Our vision at Schreiber Foods, to do good through food. We recognize our responsibility to do good in the world and are driven to make a difference for our partners, our business, our customers, and our communities. At Schreiber Foods, we build lasting relationships based on collaboration, commitment, and trust. We're exceptional at the things that matter most: food safety and product quality, operational excellence, customer brand leadership, developing our people, and making Schreiber Foods an awesome place to work.
Great Dave's Coffee has moved to downtown Monett in the former Mocha Joe's location. Breakfast items and lunch items are available, including the ever-popular Mocha Joe's potato soup. Would you like a drink from the espresso bar, like cappuccino, latte, or iced latte? Or from the drink menu, like Italian soda, flavored lemonade, and tea? Bring your friends and enjoy the casual atmosphere at Great Dave's Coffee.
The school of any athletic event is generally forgotten over time. The actions of players, coaches, and spectators leave lasting impressions. The next time you attend a high school game, think of how history will remember you. Choose good sportsmanship and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. Remember, the lessons you teach today will help develop better citizens in our communities for tomorrow. This message was brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activity Association and McClure Broadcasting, LLC.
At Buchanan Funeral Home in Monett, our family helping your family is the benchmark of our continued success. Our commitment to you is reflected in our mission statement, offering the very finest and final arrangements, always desiring to exceed the expectations of each family we serve. We pledge to remain locally owned and family operated, offering our services at a moderate cost in the spirit of trustworthiness, honesty, and friendship. Call Buchanan Funeral Home at 417-235-3188 or see us at 301 Euclid.
Windmill Ridge Golf Course is located at South Park in Monett, with the clubhouse located next to the Monett YMCA. This challenging 18-hole municipal facility is open year-round, weather permitting. The front 9 holes opened in 1940 as the original course, tight, tree-lined areas. The back 9 opened in 2002 and is a link-style, more open design. There are 4 sets of tee boxes to accommodate many different skill levels. To reserve your tee time, call 235-6076 or go online at windmillridgegolf.com.
Whether it's starting a business, helping with social media, project management, or scheduling, Danae's Virtual Desk is a one-stop shop for anything you need help with. Why a virtual assistant? The best part is that you're paying for a business service rather than having to hire an employee, schedule and manage them, and do payroll. We focus on ways to free up your day, reduce your workload, relieve your stress, and simplify your life. Want to get started today? Go to Denae'sVirtualDesk.com or send an email, hello@Denae'sVirtualDesk.com.
Halftime in Monett. Halftime score, Seneca 32, Monett 24. We are sponsored in part by the partners of Schreiber Foods Monett. Their vision, doing good through food. Great Dave's Coffee. See their Facebook page for their daily lunch menu. Perfect place to stop in the morning for a hot cup of coffee, a cappuccino, a latte. Pick up a cinnamon roll. They've got lunch specials. They have sandwich specials, salad specials, soup specials. Still have that world famous Mocha Joe's potato soup on a daily basis. They're at Great Dave's Coffee. Buchanan Funeral Home, our family helping your family at 301 Euclid, the Windmill Ridge Golf Course. See their website, windmillridgegolf.com, to reserve your tee time. And Danae's Virtual Desk, streamlined strategy, Thrive branding, creative websites, and much more. Our thanks to our dear friend Danae Beckett at Danae's Virtual Desk. Halftime here, Indians 32, Cubs 24. We'll try to get some scores from around the area. The district standings are not really too early to start looking at those, but Class 4 District 6, what jumps out at you there as you see Carl Junction, Rogersville, McDonald County, West Plains, Monett, Marshfield, and Bolivar?
Well, what jumps out at me is McDonald County is number 3 rather than, excuse me.
Oops, sorry.
rather than 1 or 2, because McDonald County sitting at 3-0. Of course, Rogersville and CJ are also number 3, but separated by some 15 points. Carl Junction got 59 points to be number 1.
Bonus points.
Yeah.
Way up.
But, you know, the Cubs are hanging right in there. If they can come away with some big wins, such as this one, you know, it's not going to help them as far as bonus points are concerned, but it's certainly going to help their record. But, yeah, that surprises me that Carl Junction and Rogersville are that far ahead of McDonald County. But and then West Plains, they're 2-1. So
you look at that district, 6 of the 7 teams have winning records, all 2-1 or better. You look at Class 3 District 6, Seneca number 1, Hollister number 2 at 2-1. Just 2 of the 7 have winning records. Cassville, Aurora, Reed Spring, Mount Vernon, East Newton, all 1-2 or 0-3.
0-3. 3 teams 0-3 in that Class 3 District 6. So, you know, we talked about the Big 8 before, but now then we're looking at these district standings. We talk about Class 4 District 6.
Yes. Yeah.
So then
what you're looking at there.
Okay, yeah, Class 4, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's Class 4, that's Class 3.
There we go. It's
so let's look at some of the scores from teams in Monett's district then, including the likes of Carl Junction and Rogersville. It's going from top to bottom here in the third quarter. Nixa leading Carthage 17-14. Webb City leads Ozark 21-14 at half. Republic at halftime leading Kickapoo 25-0. That's the Mediacom game. Nevada at halftime leading McDonald County. So McDonald County could possibly fall with that loss to Nevada. More important for the Cubs ball game. Here's Logan Rogersville and Carl Junction. That's the score I was looking for. That's the 1 and 2 teams. Logan Rogersville 27, Carl Junction 13. That is a halftime score tonight. So
that's the top 2 teams right now in that district, Class 4 District 6.
Branson leading West Plains 7-0. West Plains right above Monett in district standings. Lebanon leads Willard 28-14, second quarter. Marshfield leading Hillcrest 12-7. Marshfield below Monett in the standings. Mount Vernon leads East Newton second quarter 21-7. Springfield Catholic at half leading Reed Spring 22-7. Stockton leads Sarcoxy at half 32-8. Clever leading Forsyth 21. That's a tie 21-20. Clever off to a 3-0 start. Have a chance to go 4-0 if they can knock off Forsyth tonight.
Yeah, and Clever last week rose up and beat Reed Spring.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they've got to feel really good about being 3-0, and now at halftime still tied with Forsyth.
So those are some of the scores from around the area on this Friday evening. We've got lots of softball coming up next week. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. Lady Cubs are home all 3 days. They're hosting Carl Junction on Monday, Seneca on Tuesday, Aurora on Thursday. Pre-game at 4 o'clock, first pitch at 4:30. All those games next week here on MHSCubs.com. 1 week from today, the Cubs are at McDonald County. Will the Mustangs be 4-0? Kellen Hoover's squad off to a fantastic start this year at 3-0.
And that's not the first time Kellen's got them playing as well as they are this year. So good for him. Congratulations to him. He's building the program down there and doing a very good job. And I'm a Mustang fan as long as Kellen's there, except whenever the Cubs play.
Yeah, they trail Nevada right now at halftime 28-7. Here at half, Seneca 32, Monett 24. And more halftime coverage in a moment.
Sam and Becky Green at Remax and Monett have the experience to get the job done in today's market. Regardless of market conditions, life moves on. People need to move, sell, and buy. Sam and Becky understand that market shifts open new doors of opportunity. And with a trusted and experienced Remax agent, these opportunities are yours to seize. The right time to move is when you're with the right agent. Call 417-235-2200 or stop by 855 Highway 60 in Monett.
In this day and age, it has become more and more important to find an auto mechanic who is trustworthy, honest, affordable, and will get the job done right the first time. That perfectly describes the professionals at Monett Mufflers and More at 310 Central. Bring in your car or truck for alignments, oil changes, brakes, heating and air conditioning, hoses, belts, tune-ups, diagnostics, and more. Family owned and operated by Mike and Christine Shanks. They invite you to become a valued customer today. Call 235-6503.
If the American dream of homeownership is your dream too, it can become a reality with realistic goals, sound advice, careful planning, and a clear understanding of the costs involved. First State Bank's experienced mortgage lenders are available every day to answer your questions and guide you through this process and keep you informed before and after you've completed the mortgage closing. Need help planning your new home purchase? Contact First State Bank with locations in Purdy, Monett, Pierce City, and Cassville. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
When you need tree removal, stump grinding, topping and trimming, pruning, lot clearing, storm damage, or bucket truck services, contact Joe's Tree Service. They offer residential and commercial service. This family-owned and operated company is fully licensed and insured for your protection. They provide free estimates and friendly service. Let Joe help with all your outside needs. Contact Joe's Tree Service at 417-499-9284.
Is your roof showing signs of wear and tear? Armor Roofing, a trusted family-owned business serving the area since 1987, provides expert roof repair services you can rely on. Our founder and CEO, Sean Oberman, brings over 4 decades of roofing experience to every project. The entire team at Armor Roofing is dedicated to providing unsurpassed performance, quality, service, and integrity evidenced by our perfect A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. Ask about our 50-year guarantee. Call 417-866-ROOF or go online, ROOFSAREUS.com. Cup football is sponsored in part tonight by Armor Roofing. Ask about their 50-year guarantee. Joe's Tree Service, residential and commercial service, 417-499-9284. First State Bank, your bank for life. Ask about Casasa Checking. Monett Mufflers and more. Honest, trustworthy, will get the job done right the first time. RE/MAX Properties. Download the RE/MAX app. They're located at 855 Highway 60. Here in Monett. Halftime, Seneca 32, Monett 24. Dave, we've got to send out some prayers and positive thoughts for a couple of dear friends of ours. I'll let you go first.
Marty Prather, of course, everybody knows Marty, not as Marty Prather, but the sign man Marty, dealing with some health issues, some lung issues, and so he would appreciate your prayers very much, and serious enough that we got a lot of people praying for him already in the Springfield area, and so we're hoping that he's showing some improvement, and hopefully he'll be able to recover and be back with us here shortly. But he's very well known in Springfield area and northwest Arkansas now, since he's got the Dominoes down there in pig country. So we hope and pray that Marty's going to be able to come back and recover, which I feel like most of the reports that I've got today, he's on his way to recovery, but still got a long ways to go.
And every year we've had the Monett Athletic
Hall of Fame
luncheon. Jamie Lenz has been the caterer. Well, Casey was there today. I understand Jamie Lynn is in the hospital battling some health issues as well. They are also catering at Freedom Bank in Cassville and Shellnau, their customer appreciation. They had that. They do so many things to the Monett community, as well as those delicious home-cooked meals. And you know a little bit more about Jamie Lynn, but our thoughts and prayers to her as well.
And Jamie is having some serious health problems also. She is in the hospital and haven't really had a report all day long as far as what her condition is versus what it was, but she is in need of prayer and need of a touch from the Heavenly Father, and hopefully you can continue to not only pray for Marty, but also for Jamie, as Jamie would definitely appreciate your prayers, and hopefully she'll be able to get out of the hospital and get back to her normal routine. We just never know, as far as our illnesses, when it's going to hit, but hopefully all you prayer warriors out there will help us pray for those two individuals that we know about.
Yeah. Did you see Barry Henson's thing? Yeah. I thought that was nice.
Yeah,
I thought that was very nice.
Didn't surprise me at all that Barry was going to put out something such as that, and Barry and Marty, very good, close friends, and so, yeah, a lot of people are looking for answers and looking for good answers as far as how in the world Marty's doing. So like I said, I haven't heard anything in the last few hours, but the last that I heard, Marty was progressing, and so hopefully he can continue to progress and be with us again here pretty quickly.
And again, if you did not get a chance to attend the Hall of Fame luncheon today, the induction of Benny Lawson, Ted Norris, Abby Kruger, Allie Kruger, Ethan Davis, Dr. Dusty Kime, a two-time state champion in cross country. Ethan Davis, a career wrestling record of 171-2 with 3 state championships. The twins, Abby and Allie Kruger, huge mainstays for Ty Gates' teams back around the 2014 time when they took 3rd in the state. Ted Norris for his contributions of almost 40 years to Monett sports, whether as an athlete, whether as a school administrator, as a school coach at both the high school and middle school levels. And to our friend Benny Lawson, who was not able to attend today, but Chuck Ramsey accepted the award on behalf of Benny. Benny, the assistant coach under Burl Fowler, and Monett won the 1971 state championship. Before he and Burl both came to Monett, they came from Seneca, tonight's opponent, which is the irony there. And so what a great class of 2025, the Monett High School Athletic Hall of Fame class, and we salute all of those individuals.
Yes, and whenever that Hall of Fame comes around again, hopefully everyone can get out and support that. Those people that are recognized need to be recognized as everyone that was inducted today pretty well dominant in their field at the time that they were in high school or coaching. And so, great honor to be inducted into any type of Hall of Fame, but whenever it's your alma mater, it makes it a little bit more special. And hopefully next year, if you didn't come today, maybe you can come and honor whoever's going to be inducted next year. And if you want to talk about someone that needs to be inducted, there's a way that you can do that as submitting his or her name to us.
Yeah, and the application form is online, monettcubs.org, also on the Monett School website. You can find it in the Monett Athletic Hall of Fame. A little bit more on Benny, obviously the assistant coach under Burl in 71 when Burl passed away from cancer. Benny took over as head coach. Benny led the 1977 football team to a state title. Stayed a couple more years, went on to Parkview, was there several years, then helped out at Kickapoo. Overall, 53 years of coaching for Benny. Holy
and
Toledo.
then I'm telling you, him and Chuck volunteered for a long time at the middle school level at Springfield Kickapoo, and but that's added to this Seneca Monett rivalry because Seneca feels like we stole those two men back in the days, back in the 60s from Seneca.
So here we go. Monett will kick off. Seneca won the toss, deferred their option to the second half. And Hoser will kick. Indians by 8. Short end over end kick. Fielded by Seneca at the 28-yard line. This is Jagger Wilson. Out across the 30 and about an 8-yard return to the 36-yard line is where Seneca will set up shop, 1st and 10.
Coming up to make the stop is Henry Reed for the Cubs, and we'll see. Probert coming back out there at the quarterback position. So good for that young man. Maybe bad news for the Cubs, but good for him that he's going to be able to play. Looks like this second half. Miller at the running back position.
These teams have split the last 18 meetings. Seneca's won the last 4 in a row. Cubs' last win was here October 23rd, 5 years ago, 2020. On first down, to give to Roman Miller, straight up the middle, has a hole, crosses the 40. August Black will trip Miller up at about the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 7.
So Indians just picking up where they left off there in the second quarter as Miller picks up big yardage on first down.
So Probert back in. We'll see how many times he carries the football here in the second half. Expect a lot of running by Miller here on second and short. Seneca with a 8-point lead, 32-24, 11-20 left third quarter. They're going to run the option. Probert will keep it, has a first down, crosses the 45, crosses the 50 into Monett territory, down to the 48-yard line, picks up 9 yards.
And Probert was hit right at the line of scrimmage, but Cubs didn't bring him down, and Probert didn't have to pitch the ball, able to turn it back upfield and pick up more than enough for the first down the inside Cub territory, the Cub 48.
The Seneca seniors are 40-4 in their high school careers. State runner-up each of the last 2 years, going 13-1, 11-2 their freshman year. Straight handoff to Miller, bouncing outside, has room, 45, and is driven down by Josue Elias at around the 42-yard line.
So big yardage again on first down as Miller pops it out to the outside, to the wide side of the field, picks up,
we'll say 5-ish.
Okay, let's give him 5. 2nd and 5 from the Cub 43.
Need to get to the 38 to move the sticks. Seneca opening drive of the third quarter. They move from left to right in the all-white jerseys, white helmets with the red numbers. Miller straight up the middle, running behind the blocking of the center, Jeffrey Todd, to about the 40-yard line.
That time coming up to make the stop was Tolles for the Cubs. Only picked up maybe a yard.
They're going to say his knee hit down at the 42. It is just a gain of 1.
Yeah.
120 yards rushing on 17 carries and 2 touchdowns. Seneca now facing 3rd and a long 4. At the Cub 42, Monett blitzing from the outside. Probert keeps it, bounces outside. He's got a first down, still on his feet at the 30, at the 20, breaks a tackle, stays in bounds at the 5, and into the end zone for a Seneca touchdown.
Nothing matter with that kid out there. So Probert didn't play the last 2 series of the first half, but didn't look like an injury there as he was able to bounce it out and then hit about 10 yards on downfield, but shed that tackle and got into the end zone for the Indians.
He goes over 100 yards rushing, 133 yards on 14 carries. That is a huge opening score for Seneca here in the third quarter. 38-24 lead. 5 plays, 64 yards in a minute 53. They will line up for the 2-point conversion. Every time tonight they've given it to Miller on the 2-point conversion run. They try it again here off left guard, and Miller again finds the end zone for 2 more points. We'll take a break, 10:07 to go in the third. It is now Seneca leading Monett 40-24. We'll be back in a minute.
Take the guesswork out when you're looking to replace your HVAC system or looking to install your heating, ventilating, and air conditioning system for new residential or commercial construction. Hire the professionals at Shane's Heating and Air. Family owned and operated since 1946. They specialize in geothermal and conventional HVAC systems. They feature Trane products for conventional systems and Bosch for ground source systems. Call Shane's Heating and Air, 417-235-6183. In business for over 75 years.
Wintech, with multiple facilities in Missouri, Arkansas, and Colorado, is an employee-owned company specializing in the building materials industry. Wintech's product lines range from vinyl and aluminum window systems to HVAC and data center doors and panels. If becoming a part of an employee-owned company is for you, feel free to stop by Wintech's Monett office at 201 Industrial Drive or go to wintechinc.com and click on the Careers tab. Wintech is an equal opportunity employer.
Kickoff by Seneca, touch near the far sideline by Umfleet. Then the ball does go out of bounds. It will still be Monett football, so no damage done there.
Colin very alertly, his ball wasn't going to bounce up to him, just kind of poked it out of bounds to get the clock to stop, of course, and then get the ball safely out of bounds. Cubs having the ball for the first time in the second half.
Starting on their own 25-yard line, they run it on first down. Trying to bounce outside Antoine Smith, 30, out to the 33-yard line. Jace Renfro, who was last year's Big 8 Conference Defensive Player of the Year, makes the stop. 67 tackles a year ago for Renfro, 8 quarterback sacks, first team All-State as well. 15 tackles for a loss a year ago. About a gain of 8 for Smith out to the 33, 2nd and 2 Monett. Washik in the gun, straight drop, here comes the pressure, bubble screen, caught by Seitz, first down 40, out to the 42-yard line, good play call, good execution, tackle made by Blaze Graham.
And again, the Cubs putting the ball this time in Seitz' hands, distributing the ball to different players and pick up more than enough for the first down, quick snap here.
Washik, straight handoff, Antoine Smith. Smith brought down by Renfro at the 47, maybe the 48-yard line, gains at least 5 on first down.
And I think that's the assignment for Renfro, is only guy that you could tackle is Antoine Smith, and he's done a pretty good job thus far limiting it, Antoine.
Just across the 47, quick pass to Seitz. Seitz unable to break a one-on-one tackle, brought down by Drew Sherwood. 2-yard gain out to the 49 for Seitz.
Be third and let's call it 3.
Okay. At the 49, straight handoff, Smith gets into Seneca territory, has a first down at the 46-yard line, picks up 5.
And the Cubs so far have been answering the call through the Indians score on their first possession in the second half, and thus far just marching downfield are the Cubs.
1st and 10, Monett. Quick pass right side, caught by Umfleet. Bumped out of bounds near the 42-yard line. That's good for at least 4 or 5. They're going to maybe call him out at the 43. It's a gain of 4.
A little flare pattern out to the short side of the field that time. Get Colin out there one-on-one, but run out of real estate and run out of bounds.
Gain of 4. On 2nd and 6, Smith to the 40.
Another 3rd and 3, let's call it. The ball resting right at the 40-yard line of the Indians.
Cubs are, we got a Cub down. That's Edgar Mercado, who's
just a little bit slow getting up. I think he just got taking a rest a little bit.
Good to see him stay in. 3rd and 3, Monett. Movement. Flags come out. If it's an offside on Seneca, it's a penalty on Monett.
Cubs guilty that time.
5-yard penalty.
So 3rd and 8 now.
Two-by-two look. Washik straight drop. Good protection. Pass over the middle. Caught. Umfleet stays in bounds at the 32. Finally brought down at the 25-yard line. Great yards after contact for Umfleet.
Flag against the, we'll wait and see, but a flag right about the 31-yard line, the 26-yard line.
At the Monett sideline?
Right at the hash mark right there on the S of the Cubs.
Oh, okay. That is hard to see. That's a gold hanky on a gold letter. And there's a hold on Monett. So, if the flag is at the 26, it's going to be a 19-yard gain, but then the Cubs will lose 10 of that on the penalty. And that was Umfleet on the reception for 19.
So it's going up a 4th down, 4th and 3, 4th and 2. We're still 3rd down.
From the 39, Washik just off the hand of Seitz, incomplete.
Dillon knew that he had overthrown that time as he clapped his hands out right after he let go of the ball. His Seitz was open over there enough to get the 1st down, but we'll bring up 4th down.
4th and about 2.
This is the 5th or the 6th 4th down the Cubs have gone for.
5th.
And of course you definitely go for it at this position on the field.
4th and 2, Monett at the Seneca 39. Monett trailing 40-24, 7:48 to go third quarter. Here comes the blitz. Washik's pass, complete. There's a flag, and there's pass interference on Roman Miller as he clearly bumped Umfleet, the intended receiver, over the middle.
Otherwise, that would have probably been a touchdown. Looked like that Umfleet was wide open there, and I don't know if he was thinking of that, he being Roman Miller or not, but a penalty bearing keeping the Cubs out of the end zone there.
Credit Washik for at least getting the ball in the air because the all-out blitz was coming.
Oh, it was coming in a hurry, and Dillon doing a good job of looking downfield and throwing it downfield.
So the Cubs get the 1st down via the penalty. They'll have it 1st and 10 at the Seneca 24 if the Indians call for pass interference. Now a sideline warning on Seneca.
Well, there was no question that was pass interference. I don't understand how they could be upset about the call there. It could be upset because the call was made and the play was made, but now then the Indian coach has got the official over there at the sideline. It's not going to matter if its play's already been put down, and it's 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line are the Cubs.
Josh Farley, the referee. Paul Johnson, the Misha Rules observer here tonight. So the Cubs trailing by 16, 40-24, 7:44 remaining third quarter here at Burl Fowler Stadium, Kenley Richardson Field, the all-artificial turf surface. Seneca will rush 3. Again, 1st and 10, Monet at the Indian 29. 1-by-4 look. Quick pass. downfield into the end zone, overthrows Antoine Smith. The pass is incomplete. It brings up second down.
Antoine that time slowed up about the 5-yard line. If he would have continued to sprint, that would have been right there. But he was trying to come back for his quarterback to try to help him a little bit, and the ball was overthrown, and 2nd and 10 from the 24-yard line of the Indians.
24, thank you. I just said 29 earlier. It's 24. 2 receivers to the left, 3 to the right. It's Smith and Umfleet to the left. Pass to the left side. That is intended for Umfleet. Incomplete, and no flag there. So 3rd down. Kai Adams on the coverage. 92 tackles for him last year, first team All-State.
Trying to get it to Umfleet that time, but Adams right there and made a good defensive play.
Braden Seitz in for Antoine Smith as a receiver to the left, joining Umfleet. 3 receivers to the right. Haven't looked Miles Young direction. Looks like Diaz out there as well, and Meeks on 3rd and 10. Washik looks to the right. Pass is caught by Meeks. It'll be right at the first down marker near the 14-yard line.
Going to be very close depending on where the mark is. And they're saying first down for the Cubs at the 14-yard line of the Indians. A good job by Alex looking that ball in and making sure of the reception on that 3rd down situation.
Alex Meeks tonight, 7 catches for 123. Not a bigger one than that one. 1st and 10 from the 14. Washik, pass over the middle, in traffic, incomplete. Cites the intended receiver. Double coverage that time by Seneca. Kai Adams and Drew Sherwood both there.
Dillon, if he was looking left the whole way. If he had looked right, he had possibly Young open over there in the flat area, but balls falls incomplete, 2nd down.
Cubs will stay in the 2-by-3 look. Cites and Umfleet to the left. Snap to Washik. Here comes the blitz. Rolling to his left. Pass is caught at the 6-yard line. Good grab, Michael Diaz.
And a good job by Dillon just staying in there till the very last second.
Really not at the 7, so it'll be 3rd and 3.
And I'd like to see the Cubs fake the bubble screen to one side and then throw to the other, because the Indians will definitely bite on that as we got a tailback now, Umfleet.
3rd and 3. Straight drop. Washik pass to Umfleet, makes the catch, but he's going to be short of the first down. He is tackled at the 8. It's a loss of 1.
Another 4th down situation for the Cubs. Timeout.
There's an injured Seneca player. That is Kai Adams. So again, you don't need to get into the end zone here. It is 4th and 3 from the 8. Got to get to the 5 to keep the drive alive.
Maybe just inside the 5, okay. But at any rate, like you say, you don't have to get in the end zone on this play. As the injured player now hustling off the field, and Cubs using that as a timeout to have the play call here on 4th down. The 6th, the 4th down situation the Cubs have been at.
I think the McCaffrey chain gang a little tired tonight. Just throwing that out there.
They need to be.
Here we go, 4th and a long 3 from inside the 8. Whistle.
The Indians jumped across.
That would give Monet a first down.
I think the Indians just put a foot across, and that was it.
Dead ball, offside Seneca, 1st and goal.
Defensive end on the far side, tried to anticipate the count. Stepped across the line of scrimmage, and in high school you cannot adjust and get back once you cross the line of scrimmage. Automatic penalty. 1st and goal from just inside the 5.
Yeah, we'll call it 4. Half the distance to the goal. So, wow, Cubs got a break there. So 4 plays to get 4 yards to try to get into this 16-point Seneca lead at 40-24. 15th play of this drive. 1st and goal from the 4. Young split out to the left, short side of the field. 3 receivers to the right. Look to the left. Pass for Sights are caught for the touchdown. Young and Sights were both there. Sights ran a little slant pattern. He caught it.
And almost the official was in the way there as he was defending out there. As the official got out of the way at the last time. Good job by Sights to look the ball in and a 4-yard completion, but more importantly, 6 points for the Cubs.
Wow.
Cubs answer the second half touchdown of the Indians and come right back and pull within 10 at this time, but hopefully get into the end zone for the 2-point conversion here.
Lining up to go for 2.
Cubs going to have to hurry down to 4, 3, 2, 1.
That's it. That'll be a delay. Yeah, the flag from the back judge.
Cubs a little bit slow determining what play they were going to run on the 2-point conversion try,
which has been successful by both teams every time after a touchdown tonight. So they'll try from the 8-yard line. Washik gets the snap. Here comes the blitz. Pass into the end zone. Caught by Young for the 2-point conversion.
You talk about a blitz, all-out blitz. The Indians, everyone was coming, and Young was out there all by himself. Dillon doing a really good job of just throwing the ball up in there and the air and allowing Young to come down with it for the 2-point conversion. Cubs execute.
Indians 40, Cubs 32. First team to 100 wins. We'll be back in a minute.
We all make plans for the future, like car accidents, break-ins, and unexpected fires can disrupt those plans. At Shelter Insurance, our agents help design insurance plans that work for you and help protect what matters most. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Ask Andy Brandt about Shelter's auto, home, and life options.
Mike McClure, Dave Beckett here at Burl Fowler Stadium, Kenley Richardson Field, 6:39 to go in the third. Cubs will kick it deep this time.
That's not going to get into the end zone.
That's a live ball picked up at the 11-yard line by Haynes. Haynes out to the 20, but about the 24-yard line before he is tackled.
Well, it sure looked like a block in the back right about the 4-yard line, but nothing coming. And Cubs pull within 8. That's the important part. They execute after a 5-yard penalty on the delay of game on the 2-point conversion try and get into the end zone for that 2-point conversion. So the score now 40 Indians, 32 Cubs with 6:30 to go in the third quarter.
15 plays, 75 yards, and 3 minutes, 28 seconds, the Monett scoring drive. This drive for Seneca will start at their own 24. Leading by 8, 6:37 to go in the third. Miller trying to bounce outside, not this time as he runs into the arms of the Tucker Anderson, the Cub defensive end.
Oh, now we've got a flag out here way away from the ball. Late flag coming in. Looked like the two players were jawing back and forth, so we'll see what call it's going to be.
I was looking at the ball carrier and not that side of the field. Unsportsmanlike conduct on Monett. Again, I did not see what happened to the right side of the play.
Elias and one of the Indian offensive linemen were out there jawing back and forth, and after a good defensive play, a stop for Miller with no gain, and the Indians come up with a big 15-yard penalty.
Okay.
You got to control your emotions out there. This is a close ball game, and a penalty such as that can make the difference.
Ninth penalty against Monett for 72 yards. 1st and 10. Seneca, quick pass to the left side. That is caught. That's Drew Sherwood. Sherwood, good speed, 50, 40. Bumped out of bounds near the 35-yard line by Josue Elias. Sherwood with one of the bigger plays of the night for Seneca. Longest pass completion of the night for Probert.
And the Cubs, after a great defensive stop, put themselves in a hole and gave them 15 yards, and then a big pass play, and the Indians right back deep in Cub territory at the Cub 35-yard line.
27 yards to Sherwood. 15 first downs for Seneca from the 35. The give to Miller, hole off the right side. Miller 5 yards to the 30 to bring up 2nd and 5. Might give him the 29. That pile just kept moving forward. They will give him 6 yards. 126 yards rushing for Roman Miller on 18 carries.
Rivera making the stop, but not before Miller picks up those big yards. Going to give him 7.
Yeah, going to give him 7. We'll put an additional yard on his rushing total. Split out wide to the left. That's Jagger Wilson. Wide right, Drew Sherwood. Seneca 40, Monett 32. 5:32 to go in the third. Probert out of the gun, fakes the handoff, keeps it off the left side. And on second effort, has a first down. Cubs finally bring him down at the 20-yard line.
Probert, you're not going to bring him down on the first sign of contact unless you've got some help out there. And evidence by there is Probert on the quarterback keeper picks up more than enough for the first down. The ball resting at the Cub 20-yard line.
Gain of 8. Probert now 15 carries for 141. So the Probert and Miller have combined tonight for 33 carries, 268 yards rushing. They average 450 a game. Probert gives it to Miller, room off the left side at the 15, at the 10, at the 5, and down to about the 4.
And that time Miller got to the corner and was able to turn the corner and get all the way down inside the 5-yard line, 1st and goal for the Indians.
They spot him at the 5, gain of 15. So now Miller 142, Probert 141. They're just going to go back and forth. Cubs have got to stop that ground game for Seneca.
Yes, and speaking of back and forth, the Cubs and the Indians here. The Cubs score, the Indians score, the Cubs score, the Indians score, and Indians on the verge of scoring again.
Probert in the gun. Silas Ball running back along with Miller. Probert keeps it after he fakes the handoff to Miller. Just a yard is all to the 4. Maybe even no gain depending on where they spot the football. I think they're going to give him the 4-yard line.
Just barely moved the ball, but yes, 2nd and 4 from the 4.
Right. 4:12 left, third quarter. Seneca 40, Monett 32. Seneca next week hosting Aurora. Cubs next week at McDonald County. Indians by 8, 2nd and goal from the 4. The give to Miller will not get away from Camden Tolles, who wraps him up for a loss.
Tolles was in there immediately that time, and Cubs one of the few times that they've dropped Miller for negative yards. In fact, maybe the only time thus far for Miller as far as negative yards is concerned, but Indians still with 2 downs to get these needed 6 yards here.
Just the second time he had a 2-yard loss on his second carry of the second quarter. 3:20 to go in the third. Seneca 40, Monett 32. 3rd and goal, Seneca from the Cub 6-yard line. 2 receivers to the left. Now 3 receivers to the left. Wide side of the field to the right. Probert runs it left side. Breaks a tackle and he's into the end zone for an Indian touchdown. And a flag comes out late.
And it's going to be, I don't know if it's going to be post-possession or post-whistle or before the whistle or after the whistle. Personal foul against the Cubs.
Again, I was watching the ball carrier Probert.
It come out late. The flag come out late, so it was a late hit called against the Cubs.
Probert from 6 yards out, his now 4th rushing touchdown of the night. Indians go at 46-32, 3:05 to go in the third. And again, Seneca, every time they've gone for 2 tonight, they've handed it to Miller. So Seneca 2 third quarter possessions, both ending in touchdowns. Single receivers left and right here on the 2-point conversion try. They'll bring a man in motion. Probert calls his own number this time, straight ahead, and apparently did not find the end zone. He is stopped short of the goal line, so first time either team has failed on a 2-point conversion. That could be big.
First time the Indians have gone to a different formation, put somebody in motion, rather than just playing power football to get the 2-point conversion.
So here, Roman, take the football.
Yeah.
3:05 to go in the third, 46-32, Seneca back in a minute.
The Monett Athletic Booster Club operates to support Monett High School and Monett Middle School athletic teams by providing monetary support, volunteer support, and promoting team spirit. Their efforts reach out to all Monett High School and Monett Middle School athletic activities in an unbiased way. Your help, whether financial or by volunteering your time, is greatly appreciated. To become an active member in the Monett Athletic Booster Club, visit their Facebook page.
Founded in 2002, 3D Corporate Solutions at 601 North 13th Street in Monett is one of the nation's leading providers of pet food ingredients. At the core of our business is a value-added, all-encompassing package not available anywhere else in the industry. Our partners choose us time and again because we resourcefully offer them a comprehensive array of products and services. Our team's professional experience allows 3D Corporate Solutions to create, produce, and manage all aspects of pet food ingredients for each unique partner's specific needs.
Seneca will kick from the Cub 45. They try an onside kick. They were offside. Seneca recovers the onside kick at the 24.
Indians execute the onside kick perfectly and able to run the ball down at the 25-yard line of the Cubs, and Cubs not looking for that and turn the ball over in essence.
You thought they were offside on the kick, though?
Yes.
Okay.
That nobody else did, so that doesn't matter.
So Seneca to start from the Cub 25. Last time they kicked it deep on that after the Cubs were called for the 15-yard penalty. Here's Miller bouncing outside, inside the 15, inside the 5. Touchdown Seneca. Miller from 25 yards out.
And you talk about execution, the Indians, once they recovered the onside kick, were able to score on the first play, and that's what good teams do, is take advantage of your mistakes. And Cubs didn't have the answer that time as they failed to cover the onside kick.
Miller, 21 carries for 165 and 3 touchdowns.
And helped by the 15-yard mouthing penalty against the Cubs.
Going for the 2-point conversion. Let's see if they go back to Miller. Pass into the end zone, good for the 2-point conversion. They did concentrate on Miller, but they left Silas Ball open. Ball makes the catch. The 2-point conversion good. 2:55 to go in the third. Seneca now on top of Monett, 54-32. We are back in a minute.
At Tyson Foods, we embrace the diversity of our team members, customers, stakeholders, and consumers. Their unique backgrounds, experiences, thoughts, and talents. Everyone is valued and appreciated for their distinct contributions. Our team members' health and wellness is very important to us. We believe in helping our team members thrive inside and outside of the workplace. Check out TysonFoodsCareers.com. Tyson Foods Monett is an equal opportunity employer.
Founded in 1961, Bass Equipment provides the world's most complete line of rabbit and small animal equipment. For over 60 years, Bass Equipment continues to be the most experienced and knowledgeable manufacturer in the industry. Visit their website, bassequipment.com, or call 235-7557. Bass Equipment proudly manufactures their products at 607 17th Street in Monett.
2:55 to go third quarter. Seneca now on top of Monett, 54-32 after they recover the onside kick and scoring one play, 25-yard touchdown run by the outstanding running back Roman Miller. They will kick it deep. Cubs return it from the 21-yard line. This is Umfleet, and Umfleet stops short of the 30.
So the Cubs offense come back, see if they can get to the end zone, get this ball game a little bit closer than what it's exploded to be out to be for the Indians, as Indians aided twice by mouthing penalties, one to negate a nice defensive play to get a first down, and then after the touchdown, another 15-yard penalty, and then an onside kick, not able to recover that, and made a short porch for the Indians. The Indians taking advantage of it after one play.
Cubs will start on their own 29-yard line. Monett just apparently 10 players out on the field, so they'll bring another lineman in, Joshua Hessman. Snap, handoff, bouncing outside Antoine Smith, hit and dropped Trying to get outside, couldn't get there in time, and Seneca there to stuff Antoine Smith for a loss. Kai Adams on the tackle.
Indians, again, doing a really good job of containing Smith and not allowing him to get any head of steam whatsoever, and a loss of about 6
or 7, yeah. We'll say 7. 2nd and 17. One of the rare times the Cubs tried to run it on first down. 2-by-3 look, snap to Washik, throws to the left side. That is caught. If the receiver stayed in bounds, he did not. He was ruled out of bounds. The catch was by Braden's side, but the official had a good look, and right in front of the Monett bench, he was ruled out of bounds. So 3rd down.
So the Cubs still 17 yards away from a first down, and it's 3rd down here.
And you know what will happen if Monett doesn't get it on 3rd down. I mean, they're down by 22, and they've not punted all season.
And they're at their own 22.
Yeah. So you might try to get at least half of this here. There's movement. Let's see who jumped first. Renfro came across. He says Mercado drew him off. Josh Farley, the referee, and gonna have a conference among the officials.
On who jumped first?
I mean, so.
As a white ad, I think you saw the play, and they're going to have a
I'd rather them talk about it and get it right.
Yep. So we'll see.
Dead ball offside Seneca. So now it's 3rd and 12.
That helps, a 5-yard gain there because of the penalty, but still 12 yards away from first down. The Cubs need to execute here as Antoine Smith splitting out now.
About the 39-yard line is where they need to get to in the next down or 2. 2-by-3 look, Seneca rushing 3. Washik flushed out of the pocket, rolling to his left, just dumps it short. There's not a receiver anywhere. He was outside the pocket. It'll be 4th down. Fourth and 12 from the Cub 27. Monett will apparently go for it. 4 or 5 times, we'll go back and count. Seneca's held Monett on 4th downs tonight.
I think this is the 7th time that the Cubs have faced a 4th down, but some of those have been down deep inside Indian territory.
And some they have converted. Snap to Washik. Going to throw to the near sideline. The catch made by Umfleet. He's going to have a Monett first down at the 50-yard line.
Good job by Collin to catch the ball and then pick up some yardage just inside Indian territory.
They give him the Seneca 49. It's a pickup of 24.
We're down to 1:59 in the 3rd quarter, but the Indians with a 54-32 lead. Oh, now they're saying it's the 49 of the Cubs.
Well, we'll call it the 50. Straight even 50. That's all right. Pick up a 23. They converted on 4th down. Bubble screen. It's dropped by Seitz. And a late flag from the back judge. Now a 2nd flag thrown. First one appeared to be contact after the play against Monett as someone shoved Roman Miller to the ground, and the back judge threw that flag. So we'll sort this one out. Personal foul. Seneca, personal, unsportsmanlike conduct, Monett, those will offset. 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 50-yard line for the Cubs. Two major penalties offset, so we'll just play the down over.
We play the down over. They were both dead ball penalties, though, weren't they? So it's 2nd down. It goes from 1st to 2nd.
Oh.
There's an incomplete pass on 1st down. Snap to Washik. Pressured. Going to try to get out of trouble. Does for brief time. Throws it downfield. Passes incomplete. Antoine Smith was in the neighborhood or in the area code, so it's going to be 3rd down. Timeout Monett. And again, this is for Ben Mock to go talk to the officials. We'll take a break here. 1:44 to go in the third. Seneca 54, Monett 32. Back in a minute.
Family owned and operated since 1971, Race Brothers Farm and Home Supply features 3 locations, including Springfield, Carthage, and South Highway 37 in Monett. They carry a complete line of farm and home supplies, including clothing, electrical, plumbing, lawn and garden, outdoor power equipment, tools, truck accessories, pet supplies, cattle handling equipment, farm fencing, toys, and much more. Race Brothers Farm and Home Supply. You'll like the way we do business. Tell a friend.
Find your freedom, leave the banking to us. When you bank with Freedom Bank of Southern Missouri, we want you to spend more time doing what you love and less time worrying about your day-to-day banking. From our free mobile banking app to local helpful personal banking representatives, Freedom Bank strives to exceed your expectations of a hassle-free local banking experience. Banking on freedom for generations to come. Freedom Bank of Southern Missouri, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Dylan Washik 34 of 61, 1:44 to go in the third. Seneca up 54-32. It is 3rd and 10, Monett from the 50. Washik, good protection. Pass downfield intended for Umfleet, incomplete. And it will be 4th and 10 from the 50. Ball slightly overthrown, but not by much.
Colin was covered that time, and Dillon looking at Colin the entire time, and so the ball falls incomplete. Now Smith at the tailback position.
Cubs need 10 yards to pick up the first down. 1:38 to go, third quarter. Seneca on top, 54-32. Play clock at 12 as the Cubs will send now 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, short side of the field. Snap to Washington. Here comes the blitz. Pass is caught. This is going to be a first down for Braden Seitz to the 34-yard line.
Cubs going to the bubble screen to Seitz from the short side of the field, coming back to the quarterback Washington. Washington hits him about the line of scrimmage and picks up a block or 2 and picks up more than enough for the first down.
Gain of 16 down to the 34. Had to convert there, they did. Trailing by 22, 1:18 left in the third. 2-by-3 look again. Seneca to rush 3. Washik, long pass downfield, and just off the fingertips of Seitz, incomplete.
Cubs going for the home run ball there to Seitz. Seitz got a hand on it, but does fall incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the Indian 29. 34. Excuse me.
Seitz comes out. 2-by-3 look. Here comes the blitz. Pass over the middle. Off the hands of Umfleet. Nearly intercepted. Pass is incomplete. Nearly picked off by Drew Sherwood.
And the Indians are coming hard now, as they knowing that the Cubs are going to pass the ball absolutely for sure. If they didn't know it by now, they certainly know it. But Dillon not having much time to look downfield.
Seneca's done a good job negating the running game of Antoine Smith tonight. 11 carries, but for only 29 yards. 3rd and 10 from the Indian 34. Here comes the blitz. Pass to the right side. The catch by Meeks. Stays in bounds at the 20. And out of bounds, I was going to say they're really not at about the 23-yard line, but that's still good enough for a first down.
I was going to say, it's been a while since Meeks was able to be looked at, and that time Dillon looked at Alex, and Alex makes the reception, gets another first down. Here's the snap.
Washik, Antoine Smith stays on his feet, down to the 16, maybe the 15-yard line. They're going to rule him down at the 16, pickup of 7. 2nd and 3, Monett from the Indians, 16 inside the red zone. Cubs need a touchdown here. 41 seconds remaining, third quarter. Monett trailing 54-32. Snap to Washik. Flags come out to whistles, also stop the play. Illegal procedure against Monett.
That's penalty number
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 for 92.
The Indians have their share of penalties tonight, too.
How about 10 for 85? Yeah. So it's been both ways. First or second down and about 14 from the 21. Second and 8, excuse me. Washik throws to the left side. That is incomplete. Couldn't tell if that was intended for Umfleet, if it was underthrown a little bit, intended for Sights, but either way it's incomplete. And Cubs now with 19 seconds to go in the third quarter will face, what, 3rd and 8?
3rd and 8 from the Indian 21-yard line.
Thirteenth play of this drive that started back at the Cub 29. Seneca's had it 3 possessions, 3 touchdowns here in the third. Bubble screen caught by Umfleet. Umfleet will not get away from Renfro, tackled at the 19. Just a gain of 2. Should be, there is a flag on the play, so hold on.
Yeah, right at the 20.
2-yard completion to Umfleet. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike on Seneca. That'll be a first down for Monett.
I've never known the Seneca Monett game to be so chippy as it is.
I hate that.
Tonight, that's not a good situation as far as I'm concerned. Whoever wins the ball game.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, defense.
And an ejection. I think Renfro just got ejected. 54.
I had looked down. I did not see the end of the play. I had looked down to do some housekeeping and did not see it, so we'll have to see what happened on that one. And
ball is spotted at the 9-yard line. 1st and goal, Monett, but Josh Farley right now with 11 seconds to go in the third quarter. Josh Farley talking with the Seneca coaching staff.
Almost need a pitch clock. Let's, how long you gonna let the coach talk to the official there to argue his case? It's been called, so
would have liked to know what caused the ejection. I can understand unsportsmanlike conduct and unnecessary roughness, but nevertheless, it's 1st and goal, Monett from the 9. The Cubs trail 54-32, 11 seconds remaining third quarter. First and goal from the 9. Give to Antoine Smith, tries to get to the left edge at the 5, tripped up at about the 2-yard line. That's going to be the last play of the third quarter. Smith tackled at the 2. It's a gain of 7, and we've reached the end of the third quarter. Go ahead.
And as far as the ejection was concerned, that was the second unsportsmanlike conduct or unsportsmanlike penalty against the Seneca Indian player, and that's an automatic ejection.
Okay, thank you. At the end of 3, Indians 54, Cubs 32. Back in a minute.
At Marionville Power Sports, we are power sports enthusiasts and excited to help you experience the fun and adventure that a quality Kawasaki or Yamaha vehicle can bring into your life. We're a full-service dealership with a large new and pre-owned inventory. Our friendly and knowledgeable sales, financing, service, and parts department are ready to offer superior service and selection. Call Marionville Power Sports at 417-258-2544 or stop by 225 South US Highway 60 in Marionville.
We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we're here for all of life's wins. Like when you get a new car, or new boat, or new driver, or when your son moves out, but your mom moves in, or you find out you're expecting again. Or when one rental property turns into 2, then 20, or you realize they're all in Tornado Alley. Life is full of life events. Make sure you have the right policy for each of life's wins.
See Lance Metlock, your Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent in Monett. And if you're in Missouri, he's got you covered.
Mike McClure, Dave Beckett at Burl Fowler Stadium, Kenley Richardson Field. We start the fourth quarter. Seneca 54, Monett 32. Cubs will have the football. 2nd and goal at the Seneca 2-yard line.
From the Seneca 2-yard line.
So we'll see if the Cubs can answer the previous score by the Indians, but the Indians scored twice to the Cubs only once, so Cubs need to get in the end zone here quickly.
3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Snap to Washik. Backside pressure. Pass incomplete. Miles Young, the intended receiver. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 2.
Grant Walker on the coverage. 3rd down.
So 3rd and goal from the 2.
Braden Seitz wide left, along with Umfleet and Antoine Smith. Miles Young, Alex Meeks to the right. Pass to the right. Meeks with a catch for the touchdown.
2-yard touchdown pass to Alex Meeks. And of course, let's go back. Alex didn't get to play the entire second half last week against Aurora. Didn't know what type of injury it was. It's kind of questionable on whether he didn't get to play, but he's having a career game today as Alex getting into the end zone for another touchdown to pull the Cubs within 54-38 with a 2-point conversion coming.
9 catches for 136. Quick pass to Young. Young, does he get into the end zone? No, he's going to try to lateral the ball back to Meeks. He was going to be short of getting across the goal line, so 2-point conversion, no good. We'll take a break. 11:52 to go in the 4th. It's now the Indians 54, Cubs 38. Big 8 Conference football on MHSCubs.com.
Industrial Machine and Engineering Company has been a part of the Monett community since 1982. Their commitment to investing in people and equipment has enabled steady growth and added services to customers. With a modern, clean, full-service manufacturing facility, IMAC has the right equipment and processes that allow quick setups to small to medium-sized lots and use tooling designed just for this type of production. Specializing in precision, IMAC, 1716 North 9th Street in Monett.
I'm Brad Hawkins with Quick Draw Gun in Monett, Missouri. I would personally like to invite you to come see us. You will find our staff very knowledgeable with a customer-friendly attitude. You'll be treated fairly with accurate information and an honest deal. Our staff does not earn commission, but they'd love a chance to earn your business. You'll find us in Monett just off Highway 60 on Kyler Street, a block south of Taco Bell. I personally guarantee your satisfaction and stand behind everything we sell and service.
Seneca anticipating an onside kick. They've got 9 players within 15 yards of where he's kicking. They're going to kick it deeper. Live ball. Seneca will grab it at the 18-yard line, just running out of bounds. That's a heads-up play by Hunter Haynes. And the Indians are going to start around the 20.
Cubs defense talked all night long. They got to stop the Indians here, as Cubs have only been successful one time holding the Indians out of the end zone after, twice counting the fumble recovery there in the first quarter. But the second time they were able to do that, they had a different quarterback in there for the Indians. But otherwise, the Indians have scored every time they've touched the ball.
Seneca's punted 1 time tonight. They'll start this drive at their own 19-yard line, leading 54-38. A fumble on a bad snap. Seneca's got it back. First time we've had one of those tonight.
Yes.
A loss of 3 back to the 16, 2nd and 13.
And now then the Indians maybe start running the play clock a little bit more and run some time off the clock.
Cubs are down by 16, 11:20 left. Monett really needing a 3 and out here. Seneca 2nd and 13 from their own 16. Play clock at 7. Brody Probert in the gun. Rolling to his right, looking for an open receiver. Still has the football, being chased by Tolles. Gets away for a short run. Going to get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. It'll be 3rd and 13. Good job by Tolles on the Cub defense.
But
Tucker Anderson as well.
Tucker Anderson, yes. But of course the Indians continue the clock running. The Cubs have used 1 timeout, I believe, this second half.
Yes.
But there again, if Indians will be content if they could pick up 15 yards just to keep the clock running and keep the Cubs offense at bay.
They've only attempted a total of 3 passes. They're 2 for 3. 3 receivers to the left. Probert, quarterback keeper, crosses the 20, outside to the 25, and it's going to have a Seneca first down near the 35-yard line.
Probert, the good runner that he was, I think that was a quarterback draw all the way, as it looked like the Indians were going to go to the pass, but just pulls it down and picks up the needed yardage and does go out of bounds, but he does pick up the first down, and that's what the Indians are wanting to do to continue that clock to run.
Miller, 21 carries for 165. Probert, 20 carries for 164. A fresh set of downs with 10 minutes to play. Handoff to Miller around the right side to the 41-yard line. August Black with a nice tackle. Black 11 tackles this year, 1 interception, which was returned 73 yards for a touchdown earlier this year. Gain of 6, 2nd and 4. .9:34 to play. Seneca next week taking on Aurora. Monett at McDonald County next Friday. Cubs have really bunched up tackle to tackle. Probert keeps it, breaks a tackle into Monett territory. Cubs finally bring him down at the 43-yard line. Big run again for Brody Probert.
And like I say, the Indians just content to keep the chains moving and more importantly keep the clock going. So 1st and 10 at the Cub 44-yard line are the Indians. And, you know, of course, the Indians are looking back, too, whenever, you know, that can't allow the Cubs to score and score quickly the way with the pass plays. But the Indians, as long as they control the ball, they control the clock.
Wheeling down at the 44, gain of 15. Fresh set of downs again with 8:49 to go. Roman Miller gets the handoff from Probert, and Miller 4-yard pickup to the 40 before he's brought down. Henry Reed was there at 2nd and 6. And Rivera also there.
So a 5-yard gain is for Miller. And not in any hurry are the Indians.
8:20 to play. Seneca leading Monett 54-38. Indians number 1 in Class 3, trying to go to 4-0. Probert in the gun. Calls his own number. Keeps it around the right side. On his own, still on his feet at the 30, down to about the 23-yard line. Got pretty fresh legs considering how many times he's carried the ball tonight.
Exactly, and he just lowers his head just like Miller. And he might be playing quarterback, but he runs like a running back or a fullback almost, and just keep grinding yardage and staying from going out of bounds and keep the clock running.
Picks up 18 there. He's got 197 yards rushing on 22 carries and 4 touchdowns. 7:43 left. Indians by 16. 1st and 10 at the Cub 22. 2 receivers to the left. The give to Roman Miller, straight up the middle, inside the 20. Pyle moves forward to about the 18-yard line for a pickup of 4.
Just like the previous first down plays, are the Indians going to Miller right straight up the middle, picks up 4 or 5 each time. Then comes back with Probert, the quarterback, on the next run, so we'll see if that tendency continues here. 2nd down, 2nd and 6, 5.
We'll go 2nd and about 6 from the 18. Play clock at 5. Probert again calls his own number, gets a block from Miller, gets outside, not much room there, pushed out of bounds after a short gain, if any. About a yard to the 17, go ahead.
Surprised that he went out of bounds over there to stop the clock, but he did go out of bounds, and it's 3rd down, 3rd, and let's call it 5 now for the Indians at the Cub
17
yard line.
Got to get to the 12. Right at the 12-yard line, maybe the 12 and a half.
I'm going to make a bold prediction here.
I'm hearing you.
Miller.
Right on
Isn't
the
that a
left.
bold prediction?
Left, right, or up the middle?
Right up the middle.
Okay. 3rd and 5, Seneca from the Cubs 17. Timeout taken by Seneca. We'll take it with him. 6:42 to play. Seneca leading Monett 54-38. Back in a minute.
Payless Rentals and Sales has been serving the Monett area since 1986. From rent-to-own furniture, appliances, and electronics to a full array of home furnishings for purchase, we've grown alongside our community. We're proud to host Payless Cash Advance, and we offer check cashing facilities, ensuring that we cover all your financial needs. Why look elsewhere when you can always pay less right here? Family owned and operated. Stop by Payless Rentals and Sales in Branson West, Hollister, Forsyth, Neosho, Cassville, and at 845 Highway 60 in Monett.
Checking from scores from around the area tonight, Nixa has defeated Carthage 38-22. Lamar defeats Cassville 35-26. Webb City leading Ozark. That's 38-21 third quarter. Republic 54, Kickapoo 7. That's a final. Nevada has defeated McDonald County 35-21. First loss for the Mustangs. They host Monett next Friday. Logan Rogers leads Carl Junction 41-34 in the fourth quarter. Both those teams are in the same district as Monett. Neosho over Waynesville 72-21. Mount Vernon has defeated East Newton 35-7. Here Seneca goes off the right side. It's Probert, and Probert tries to stretch into the end zone, and it's a Seneca touchdown. Though they didn't give it to Miller, Probert
but it did fake to Miller and then comes back. So I'll get a half right.
Okay. I'll give you
the Cubs unable to stop the penetration of the Indians, and Indians get into the end zone again. 60-38 the score. When going for two here are the Indians.
Jude King is the tight end to the right. Toss goes to Miller, racing into the corner of the end zone. The two-point conversion is good. 6:34 to play. Seneca 62, Monett 38 here on MHSCubs.com.
Don't drive with worn-out tires. Grand Tire has 4 convenient locations, including Joplin, Aurora, Cassville, and 408 East Commercial on Highway 37 in Pierce City. Grand Tire offers quality car, truck, light truck, and farm tires at competitive prices with fast, friendly service. For longer-lasting tires, remember to check the tire pressure frequently, inspect the tread depth, check for uneven tire wear, and regularly rotate your tires. For one of the area's largest selection of tires, stop in today at Grand Tire.
Since our founding in 1966, our mission at the CPA Group has been to serve our clients with the right tools and knowledge to help them succeed. We provide client support that is unequaled. Our team gives us a significant competitive advantage, combining exceptional experience and knowledge with a genuine devotion to client service. Get the accounting and tax services you need from the professionals at the CPA Group, 217 4th Street in Monett and 472 State Highway 76 in Cassville.
Kick is recovered by Monett at about the 34-yard line, and that's where Seneca will bring their defensive unit on the field. The Cubs now with 6.5 to play.
Sam Carr recovering that squib kick by the Indians, and Cubs will have the football. Need to score and score quickly. We're down to 6:30 to go in the ball game, and it's 62-38 Indians. Washik back there with the snap, and he's going to give it to Smith. Smith trying to get around the outside, and the Indians' pursuit is right there. Maybe a gain of 1 on the carry by Smith from the fullback or the tailback position.
So 2nd and 9 Monett, or 2nd and 10, basically no gain.
Well, now they moved it back, yes.
Okay. Washik throws to the near sideline. Nice catch by Meeks. Chased out of bounds near the 41-yard line. Tackle by Jagger Wilson. Going to be a couple yards short of the first down. It's a gain of about 7. That was Meeks.
Meeks with the catch and does stop the clock. Gets out of bounds. And Indians kind of in a prevent defense there.
Washik, good protection. And off the hand of Miles Young, incomplete.
And of course that'll stop the clock on the incomplete pass. Going to bring up 4th down, 4th and 3. The Cubs forced to go forward here on 4th down inside their own territory, their own 41-yard line. Cubs been successful on quite a few fourth down situations, but been unsuccessful. It's led to some really good field position for the Indians also.
Washik deep near sideline looking for Meeks. The pass is overthrown, incomplete. Don't see any flags on the play. And the Indians will apparently take over as these two teams right now have combined for 100 points in this game at 62-38.
And the Indians will have the ball back at the Cub 41-yard line, 1st and 10 there. And we're still got 6 minutes to go in the ball game, and it's only 9:45.
Okay. What time's your reunion tomorrow? I kick off at 4 at Fred Hughes Stadium.
Yeah.
Well, now again, Seneca, in all likelihood, going to try to take as much time off the clock. With 6 minutes to go, Cubs have 2 timeouts left. They give it on a jet sweep to Blaze Graham. Graham at the 30, at the 20, and he's going to go all the way for a touchdown.
Come back on the counter play, put him in motion, and then give it to him, and then he cuts back against the grain, goes right straight up the middle, pretty well untouched. 41 yards for the touchdown.
Just a simple jet sweep play.
And didn't take long. Got the ball with 6 minutes to go, and now it's 5:51 to go, so 9 seconds, and the Indians score again.
Going for the 2-point conversion. Blaze Graham was a blaze that time. Miller hesitates as he gets the handoff. Going to try to push him into the end zone. The whistles blow. I don't think this 2-point conversion will be good, and it is going to be no good. 5:51 to play. Indians 68, Cubs 38. Back in a minute.
Shop from the comfort of your own home and let us do the grocery shopping for you. Price Cutter, curbside, local, fast, fresh. Price Cutter makes your life easier with convenient and easy online and phone-in grocery shopping. Order online, by phone, or download our app, Shop Price Cutter. Fill your order, reserve your time slot, pay online. Goodbye shopping cart. Hello convenience. Price Cutter, keeping it local since 1967.
There's a lot going on these days. As a farmer's agent, Scott Smith understands what you're going through. From discussing your insurance options to answering your questions, Scott is here to help you so you can get back to spending your time on what you really care about. He takes pride in being able to help you protect the things that matter the most. Call Scott Smith at 417-737-7444 or stop by and see him at 103 Cleveland in Monett. And don't forget to ask about the Jack Henry and Cox Health discounts. Underwritten by Farmers Truck and Fire Insurance, Exchange, or affiliates. Products are not available in every state.
Sherwood with a squib kick, and the Cubs fall on it at the 45. Didn't want to kick it deep, and not necessarily an true onside kick, but it's going to take over near midfield.
So the Cubs will have the ball another time at their own 45-yard line, trailing 68-38 with 5:47, and of course the clock will run.
Oh yeah, 30-point margin right now. Was it 35?
Oh no, it's 35.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yep. Smith around right end, stays in bounds, 45, out of bounds at about the 40. Good stop and go move by Antoine Smith to pick up nice yardage.
First time Antoine's had much running room out there, and picks up a first down to the 41-yard line of the Indians.
His longest run of the night of 14 yards. To the Indian 41. Play action, rolling to the right, Washik, pass downfield, that's a catch by Meeks, out of bounds near the 18-yard line.
What a gain by Meeks tonight.
Flag on the play, ineligible downfield against Monet. This one's coming back. Meeks tonight, before that catch, 10 catches for 143, Umfleet. Goodness, 14 catches for 121.
So a good gain negated by someone down a little bit downfield, a little bit too prematurely there, and it's going to be first down, first and
15. It's just a 5-yard penalty. Straight handoff to Smith, reverses his field and tackled at the 46. This is a 44-yard line, a gain of 2. Smith, 16 carries for just 59 yards tonight. Seneca has done a good job in that defensive category. Smith was averaging 10 yards a carry, 25 carries for 253 and 7 touchdowns coming into play tonight. The transfer from Texas. Washik looking for Meeks, overthrows him by about 10 yards. The pass is incomplete.
Third down, 3rd and 15 now for the Cubs.
Jagger Wilson on the coverage. Branson defeating West Plains tonight, 35-21. West Plains was ahead of Monett in the district rankings. The Cubs are going to fall. Zizzers are going to fall. Bubble screen, catch by Meeks inside the 35. Seneca tries to strip the football away. Meeks finally tackled at about the 30-yard line, a gain of 14.
Which should be enough for the first down, which it is. All the way to the 30. Inside the 30, marked it at the 29.
Okay, thank you. Washik, quick pass right side, another catch by Meeks, bumped out of bounds around the 23-yard line. About 6 yards on the pickup. Second and 4, Monett, 4:20 to play. Washik again, pass intended for Young, incomplete. There's a flag on the play. They may get interference on Brant Laughlin.
And of course the Indians, you know, they would like to keep the Cubs out of the end zone, but by the same token, it's not that big a deal if the Cubs do come down and score, is what the way they're looking at it, because with a 30-point lead and down inside, or right at 4 minutes to go, officials are sorting this one out. I'm assuming it's going to be defensive pass interference, which will be a first down.
Our huddle video camera may time out at about 9:55 in about 5 minutes, so it is a first down for Monett. Pass interference against Seneca. We'll move the ball, to the 11?
Smith in there at the tailback right now.
First and 10 from the 11. Smith up the middle. Still on his feet at the 5. Down near the 3-yard line. Picks up 8.
Going to be second and short. Second and maybe 2. Yard and a half.
Okay.
Again, Smith.
Stop and go move. Into the end zone for a Monett touchdown. To 44, 3:54 to play.
So the Cubs do get in the end zone after the last touchdown by the Indians, but going to be a little bit too little too late, but Cubs going for 2 here, and they're going to be denied.
2-point conversion, no good. We'll take a break. Don't see any flags on the play. 3:54 to go in the game. Indians 68, Cubs 44. Back in a minute.
Established in 1978, Davis & Son has become a well-known and respected name in the plumbing, heating, and air service industry. We've built a reputation for excellence that stands the test of time. Since 2023, under new ownership, we've continued to expand our offerings, providing year-round comfort solutions for homes, commercial spaces, and industrial facilities throughout Southwest Missouri. For plumbing, electrical, heating, and air, call Davis & Son at 417-235-6688.
Bigger is Better, Lawrence County Record and Continuing the Monett Times is the new title of the weekly newspaper that now covers Berry County and Lawrence County. The advertisers, new readers, and original readers alike see the value in the merged product and its wealth of information. Subscription options include print edition, online edition, or both. Lawrence County Record can also handle your printing needs. Call 417-466-2185 or stop by 312 South Hickory Street in Mount Vernon or go online, lawrencecountyrecord.com.
3:54 to play. Cubs may try an onside kick here, trailing 68-44. They do try the onside kick. Seneca will recover at about the 41-yard line.
So the Cubs forced to go to the onside kick here, and Indians knowing it, so
Seneca begins their drive.
do recover to the Indians, and it's going to be right at their 41-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Indians. The Indians now can pretty well run out the clock if they get maybe one first down here. Be in no hurry to set the ball in play once the clock starts.
2 timeouts remaining for both teams. Going to run the option. The pitch goes to Miller to the 45. Still on his feet at the 50 in the Monett territory to the 49-yard line.
I'm surprised a little bit that Miller and the quarterback Probert is still in there with the score out of hand the way it is, risking injury, but hopefully that don't happen as far as those young men are concerned. But
it is a gain of 10 and a first down. Go ahead.
Down to 3:25 to go.
Play clock at 6. Snap to Probert, keeps it after they fake the handoff to Miller. Tries to get around the right end, tackled at the 46-yard line, a gain of 3.
Yeah, I really wouldn't want to risk injury to those young men with the score out of hand the way it is, but they are in there at 2nd and 7, looks like.
Yeah.
I mean, the clock would continue to run with somebody else in there.
Stone Euler, a senior, split out wide to the left. Play clock at 8. Brody Probert in the gun. Straight handoff. Miller to